Here we go. We are live for Game 3 of the NBA Finals as this series shifts back to Miami. Did the Heat's win in Game 2 turn the tide of this series? Or can the Denver Nuggets get back on track to take a 2-1 lead? A massive game coming your way tonight from Miami, and we're talking about it, breaking it all down here on NBA Now and the Heat Report. I'm Chase Sr. Alongside me is Nic Rohloff, and all of you hanging out with us as well. And no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, as always, we appreciate you for watching the show. Now, we're emanating live from our Chat Sports studios in Dallas, Texas, but the big question is, where are you? Feel free to let us know down in the comment section right now. Charles Johnson, Coulter, King James, and Boom Harper are all in the chat right now. We are also live on the Miami Heat Report, as I said, live on a couple of channels, and what has been a very fascinating series for a couple of reasons. And of course, we'll talk about that during our pregame show, just shy of 25 minutes away from tip. You look at both of these games that have happened so far. Nuggets won Game 1. They were very cold offensively in that second half. Then in Game 2, the Heat's defense was really good, but Miami, trailed by as many as 15 points, still came back to get that dub. Nic Rohloff, he's been confident all throughout the day about the Heat's chances as they are now going to be the home team for the next two games. And you're pretty confident the Heat can win this game tonight.
Yeah, I am. In the first two games of this series, everyone was asking me how I was feeling going in towards the game. And I always said, the Heat will probably lose, but I would not be worried until the Heat lost a game at the Kaseya Center in Miami. But now that they've won one, I feel a probably sense of confidence that I should not be feeling. I think the Heat win this game. I don't know what. My gut's just telling me that Jimmy Butler's going to perform and finally break out of that mini shooting slump he's been having. Part of me tells that because Neymar and Paul Pogba are in Miami, two of his close friends. He's like, I got to put on for the two stars in the soccer world, or football world, if you are football, I should say. But I have good confidence towards this Miami Heat win tonight. It'll be interesting to see if they can get it done. But something told me, Chase, and I guess we'll talk about the game more in depth coming up. Yep. But in Game 2, I just saw something with my own eyes that the Nuggets don't look ready for this moment. Jokic was hooping, but the supporting cast was not that good. And it just kind of gave me, I'm not going full 2012 Thunder vibes, but uber talented team that might not be ready to win it all just yet. Maybe a year or two away, or maybe the next time they get to the finals where they'll have the experience again. I know that not all these Miami Heat players have been in the finals before, but the main core has of Butler and Bam in that 2020 finals. I just think their experience is showed up in Game 2, and I expect it to continue to show up as we shift this series back to Miami.
Yeah, so Ernesto is in Tucson, Arizona. What's good, Ernesto? We have Zumo in Oklahoma, Boom Harper in Boston. Mike Robb is in Georgia. Interstellar saying, go Heat. Jimmy Buckets, let's go. We have Stockton from Alizé Pin. What's good, OG? And Oviedo, Florida from Misled Dan. Those are the people who have let us know where they're watching from. And let's start to talk about this series more in depth here with about 22 minutes left until tip. So even in that Game 1 defeat, you had a Miami Heat team that still shot 33% from three-point range, and that was with Max Strus going 0 of 9 from 3, and Duncan Robinson 1 of 5, and then Caleb Martin going 1 of 7 from the floor. And we saw some changes that the Heat made defensively in that second half, in which the Nuggets at halftime had 59 points. Then they went 25 and 20 points in the third and fourth quarter. Heat started to experiment with a little bit of a zone. Nikola Jokic was really good passing up and carving up that zone at points in that Game 1. But then in Game 2, even though he had a monster game, Nikola Jokic looked really bothered in that basketball game, in my opinion. And what the Heat did, I thought was really impressive. And it's funny because this was classic coach speak from Erik Spoelstra. He gets asked the question from Ramona Shelburne, who's a very well-respected reporter from ESPN, about making Nikola Jokic more of a scorer and less of a passer, and Erik Spoelstra shot that down. He said it's not that simple. But when I watched that game, and we talked about it during it, that is one of my big takeaways, is that the Heat, as part of their game plan, and Steve Kerr even said it after that game, Rolly, that Miami treated Jamal Murray as the head of the snake. They didn't want him to get going. They were okay with Nikola Jokic going in and pouring in 41 points, but they could not let Jamal Murray get going. Murray only took 15 shots in that game, 18 points. A reason why he didn't shoot more field goals than that is because he was pestered and defended closely. And while Jimmy Butler hasn't been good offensively in this series in the first 2 games, I thought that his defensive effort was certainly a game changer in stalking and finding Murray all throughout that game, which took the Nuggets offense out of whack. Couple more factors. Michael Porter Jr. has to be better. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has to be better. MPJ is one of those players where sometimes you can figure out early on, does he have it? Or is he going to be cold and a little bit mentally rattled? If he comes out, hits a couple of threes, that's a good sign for Denver. If not, I'm looking for more Bruce Brown minutes from Denver because he is never scared of the moment, and I think he can add a little punch for this Nuggets offense. Now, Denver is 3.5-point favorites in this game. The over-under set at 213. Tip-off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern and 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And if you're watching internationally, you do the time change yourself. But what else kind of stood out to you and has stood out to you throughout this series so far?
Yeah, the thing that stood out to me so far is one, Gabe Vincent has been, I think, arguably the 3rd or 4th best player in this series. You've obviously expected the top 4 players to be the 2 stars for each team, right? Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray for the Nuggets, and then Bam and Jimmy for the Heat. But what Gabe Vincent has done, he's averaged 21 points so far through the first 2 games while shooting 57% from the field and 53% from 3. Gabe Vincent has been an absolute game changer, and so far through each Miami Heat playoff series in this playoff run, you've seen one person really lead this Heat team in each matchup.
Yep.
Against the Bucks, it was Jimmy Butler going those crazy games, averaging 40 points a game. Against the Knicks for the Heat, it was Bam Adebayo, dominating inside. Against the Celtics, everyone knows Caleb Martin, who averaged 20 points a game and could have easily won Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And through 2 games right now, this Heat team is getting contributions from Gabe Vincent. This could be the Gabe Vincent series. Jamal Murray has still gotten some good looks. I'm not saying Vincent has locked him down effectively, but he's made it a little more difficult on Murray than maybe it was against the Lakers, against the Suns, and against the Timberwolves. Vincent's been in his grill forcing tough shots while also pouring in 21 points a game through the first 2 games of the series. I think Gabe Vincent is the primary reason why the Heat were able to take Game 2 and go back to Miami with a split series. He's been fantastic, and I've said it in the Heat video that was put out yesterday, and I've said it, I actually think, through Games 1 and 2. He's earned himself a lot of money this free agency as he is an unrestricted free agent.
No, he really has, and there are a lot of teams who are in need of a guard, a guy who can score, but also can bring the ball up as well. Gabe Vincent can fill in that category, and you talked about something, you hit on something that I think is really important for any team that aspires to be a champion and any team that wants to embark on a championship run. You have 3 rounds in your conference, followed by the NBA Finals. In order to win an NBA championship, not just game by game, but series by series, you need multiple players to step up throughout the course of that series. And it was the Jimmy Butler show against the Bucks. He cut the head off the snake, to use that analogy once again. In round 2, I thought Bam Adebayo was fantastic, as you said, the best big on the floor. And last round, kind of a complimentary effort, but like Duncan Robinson showed up, Kyle Lowry in some moments, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo was really good. It was a collection of guys, and that's what has allowed the 8-seeded Heat, who have gone on this crazy run, where if they win a championship, might be the most improbable NBA championship of all time, considering they lost the first play-in game to the Chicago Bulls, and they've been lifted by this whole team that's come together and everybody playing their roles. And I don't want to just say this because you're a New England Patriots fan, but it is very Patriots-esque of just do your job, handle your duties. Duncan Robinson, Barely any playing time up until the fourth quarter in game 2. 10 points in that fourth quarter. Max Strus couldn't hit the side of a barn in game 1. Comes through, 4 3-pointers, all of them in the first half, barely played in that second half. Jimmy Butler, get downhill. He did that, and while he hasn't been able to find his groove offensively, I thought he did a good job of hitting some passes to the three-point arc to get his teammates involved there. The complementary aspect and then the tactical adjustments that they can make on the fly defensively, that's what I said going into the series can win them this series, and that's why we're locked up at 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Heat have had the coaching advantage in every series they play in and probably will ever play in as long as they keep Erik Spoelstra at the reins, and I think his adjustments have paid dividends through the first 2 games. My untrained eye, as Erik Spoelstra would say, thought that it would not be smart for them to run a 2-3 zone against this Nuggets team. Turns out that is not the case because the 2-3 zone they ran in that fourth quarter absolutely puzzled Nikola Jokic and that Nuggets team. Jokic had 5 turnovers to his 4 assists. You tell me the last time he had more turnovers in a game than assists. But we are about, 10, 12 minutes away from Game 3. So like the video if you are pumped up for Game 3. 10, 12 minutes away. I'm amped up. I know Chase is. We only got 19 likes on Chat Sports, 8 likes on the Heat Report. I'd like to see those numbers double at minimum over the next 2 minutes. Let's see if we can increase those numbers up.
And here's the deal. 156 people watching live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. Only 19 likes. We should be able to get to 50 just like that. If you want to send in a super chat, I have this drink waiting here to my left. I can crack that. But also, an exciting announcement thanks to the hard work from Nic Rohloff. Our Miami Heat channel is now available for super chats. So you can send in super chats on our Heat channel for the first time ever. So if you're a Heat fan and you want to donate to the show to further help Nic Rohloff give you more videos, you can send in a super chat like John Borelli did. You can read this one off. It's the first one.
Yeah, it's the first ever super chat on the Heat Report. And, of course, it's by the real one, John Borelli. And, John, as much as I appreciate you, you ruined a little moment for me here because I had a weigh-in built, ready to go on screen. Who's going to be the first ever person to send a super chat on the Heat Report? Who's going to be this massive reveal, and we're going to go crazy on the first one. But Borelli beat us to it because he is an absolute legend. He sends in $5. Hey, super chat's unlocked. Keep up the great work, Rolly. Let's go Heat. Borelli, I appreciate you and appreciate you jumping on the Heat bandwagon after your Golden State Warriors got bounced. I know that was tough for you there. We also had a $2 super chat from Crimsdad, another legend in the Chat Sports community. Eye emoji, super chat button. Yeah, it's unlocked, so I'm ready to party with you Heat fans, or Heat supporters, I should say, in the comment section. So amped to have you here. And because we finally unlocked it, we do have a super chat menu. Now, Chase, you don't have to participate in these numbers.
This is for the Heat.
Because this is for the Heat Report, and because you know the real ones know that these prices are a little lower than usual here. So $10 for a tequila shot. I got my tequila right here. $5 for a beer cheers, which I'll crack and take a sip of in a second for John Borelli. Any super chat gets on screen like you just saw. And $25, I'll do a beer shotgun. If you don't know what it is, it's a little shotgun tool. It looks like a shotgun where you put the beer in, crack it, pump it, and sip. Pretty cool. So $25 for that. You guys know it's usually probably $20 for tequila shot and $50 for a beer shotgun, but why not celebrate the super chat button being unlocked and half priced on those 2 items? So I'm pretty pumped up for that.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Nick Guerre said $5 for a shotgun. I'll do $20 for a shotgun. $20 for a shotgun is something that I can cook up for the people, but that deal only lasts on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, and you have to get it in prior to tip. So that is the deal there. And we have a monster thunderstorm coming through Dallas right now. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything in the Chat Sports studios. This is an area of the country in which sometimes we can get hit pretty hard with some crazy storms. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully the Heat or the Nuggets heating up. That's all that we're talking about tonight. And a great Game 3 at that. All right, without further ado, get your game predictions in for Game 3 here. H for the Heat or N for the Nuggets? Who do you like to win this basketball game tonight? I did take Denver to win this series. And I've said this a couple of times, right? I think Denver is the deeper team. I think that their offensive synergy has been a spectacle to watch. They have this level of camaraderie and continuity on the floor that they understand what they try to do offensively. They flawlessly run their system. They can find the right people at the right time. And with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic leading the charge, they have been very, very difficult to stop. But I've also said, look, if there's one team that can halt that Nuggets momentum, it is the Miami Heat because of their level of coaching, how they always seem to never be fazed by the moment. They're so confident, led by the fearless Jimmy Butler. So Pedro Rodriguez likes the Heat. Ernesto likes the Heat. Freeman Warren, let's go Miami. Black for life, Heat. Igor likes the Nuggets. Latina, we're bringing the Heat. Let's go, baby. Paula, Heat. Michael, Heat. You can also get your votes into our live poll as well. Who you got game 3? Miami Heat or the Denver Nuggets? 58% right now going with Miami. So this is interesting, Rolly. Our cable's out, right?
Seems like it.
Yeah. But we still have YouTube TV?
Yeah, a little audible.
Okay.
So,
all good.
hopefully.
Oh, no. Is it going to be the scoreboard thing again?
I don't know.
Yeah. That would be a disaster.
I would have no clue.
See, they have to adjust. They have to understand that, yes, we understand it's a severe thunderstorm warning. Move that damn bar up top so we can see the damn scoreboard. All right. We're dealing with some funny technological interruptions here because we're coming to you from our Chat Sports studios in Dallas. We always get bad thunderstorms this time of year because you get these hot and cold fronts in the middle of the country, and it leads to big thunderstorms. So right now there's a severe thunderstorm warning, so our cable got cut out. Thankfully, though, we still have YouTube TV. Continue to let us know who you got. 250 people watching live. 37 likes on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. Have to get better there. If you're ready for this game, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. I'm pumped up for game 3, man. There's a lot at stake. The series may have taken a shift in game 2. The momentum is on the Heat side, but the Nuggets can calm that with a win tonight in Miami to take a 2-1 series lead. And the Heat, they stole home court advantage pretty much with that game 2 win. So if you're ready for game 3, like the video. Calistino, Heat. Misled Dan likes the Nuggets. Pedro Rodriguez, Heat. Black for life. Thumbs up icon. He liked the video. Fyong Win saying Himmy for Jimmy Butler. Latina saying Lakers. I'm with the Heat from St. Martin from Michael. That's awesome. Salt the Husky likes the Heat as well. We're not far off from this tip. First person to send in a super chat on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, I get to crack this drink. Rolly already cracked his
crack
because
and take a sip because
the
of
Heat
Borelli.
Report, they already have some super chats in. So if you want to send in a donation, it can be anything. Any super chat allows me to crack my first drink of the night.
All right, I think it actually is updated because look at where the ESPN on ABC logo is.
I hope so.
And that means that's usually bottom right.
Yes.
So I'm feeling pretty confident that we're going to have a scoreboard to look at here.
I hope so.
But that would have been, let's say,
it was
not
fun
ideal.
in that game 1 because at that point, the Nuggets had distanced themselves from Miami. But still, to try to tell the score,
I didn't even know
dashboard
where
up.
we were on the game clock.
You were like an old school statistician.
I thought
you were that old head on the sideline at the scores table who was manually taking score. It's pretty impressive.
I will say this. I was also thinking that we were at like 4.5, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and we were just like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
But we asked, like the video if you're ready for game 3. There's other ways to show me and show Chase that you're ready and pumped up for a big-time tilt in the NBA Finals. You know what they say? Game 3 and Game 5 are the 2 most decisive games in the finals, especially when the series is tied 2-2 or 1-1. Those numbers, if you win those games, your analytics to win the series goes up tremendously.
Yep.
So if you're ready for the massive game tonight, spam me in the comment section. We'll give shout outs to everyone who does it. Retro checking in. What's up, Retro? I'm glad to see you in the chat. Real one on the Heat Report from day one. But we got Spillful Spear, Mike, please friend me, Juan Herrera, Reaper, Riley Shea, GR Crushing Stuff, Samuel Clemens, my boy, Benjamin Castleman, John Borelli, It's Ducky, JL, Zypher, Mr. Beast, It's Ducky, Paula,
It's Ducky's back, nice.
Aaron Fitzgerald, Ariel. Keep on spamming those me's. Let's get that comment section rolling. Let's get it rolling ahead of Game 3, which should tip off in just about 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's go. 2 minutes away from tip. 300 people watching live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. Let me put you to the test here. With this many people watching live, can we get to 100 likes
Yeah, let's do it.
in the next minute? If we do, then I can finally crack my drink. It doesn't take a super chat. So 100 likes in the next minute with 300 people watching live right here on Chat Sports, and I get to crack my drink. We're up to 64. We're 15 seconds in. Rapid fire, hit that thumbs up icon and like the video if you're ready for this Game 3. We're up to 72. Make me drink.
Make me drink.
Make me drink.
Make me drink.
Greetings from Serbia, from Virtualini. So we had Alexander tune in last week. He sent us like $100 in super chats.
Yeah, legend.
I didn't know Serbians rolled like that. All right, we're 19 likes away. 15 seconds left and counting. Can we get to 100 likes in the next minute? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll see if we got to 100 likes. If we didn't,
That's devastating.
that's devastating. That really is devastating with this many people watching live. You would think, shoot, we're putting on a damn good show here with the best play-by-play audience interaction, the best place to experience the game outside of being in Miami tonight. Show us some love. Like the video. John Borelli! There he goes with the $5 super chat. Crack open that dang beer. Borelli, cheers to you and everybody else watching. We are moments away from tip. It's Ducky. You've been with us for every single game so far. Shout out to you. Up to 352 people watching live. With tip-off around the corner, Rolly. The one thing that I think the Nuggets need to do, find a way for Jamal Murray to get involved.
Yeah.
15 shots last game is not enough, and that's a byproduct of the Heat's quality defense.
Now, I'll say this. Is
but
that
he needs to get going.
Jamal Murray has done a really good job of getting his teammates involved. He's had double-digit assists in both games so far this series, so maybe that's a game plan once again from the Heat. I know they deflected that when it came to Nikola Jokic, making him a scorer, not a passer, but maybe they're doing the opposite for Jamal Murray, making him a passer and not a scorer. That could work for the Miami Heat. Yeah, but if you keep Murray and Michael Porter Jr. struggling to score, I'd say combined 45, 50 points, if you hold them under that mark, you're going to feel pretty confident because you know Murray could go for 30 and you know Michael Porter Jr. could go for 20, 25 on like 7 shot attempts if he's feeling good on any given night. So just keeping them two in check is a good way for the Heat to win. And as we are about a minute or two away from tip, we ran a little like special on our main Chat Sports channel. I want to do the same thing on the Heat Report. We have 50 people watching and only 18 likes. I'd like to see that number go up. Let's get that 50% like rate achieved here. So if we get 7, 8 more likes, get 25 total likes in the next minute, I'll take a sip of my beer here, which usually is about $5. I'll do it for free if we get a 25 likes. 50 people watching. Half of you guys got to be liking what we're doing here, so please hit that like button. We're about 5 likes away already. I already see the comment section getting ready to roll, too, on the Heat Report. A lot of amped viewers in the chat for a big-time Game 3.
Freeman Warren, answer my question. Heat or Denver? Be polite. I'm just kidding. Rolly likes the Heat.
Yeah.
Something tells me the Heat are going to win this game as well. Coming back home. Josiah Doncic said, can you shout me out Josiah Doncic, good name there. Any relation to Luka? We have Yasel Plays is back. What's good, homie? Good to see you back here once again. And really, we're just waiting for this game to tip off. 431 people kicking it with us. That number going to continue to grow. We had well over 200,000 people join us for Game 2 as we were able to up our audience from Game 1. The total tally from that Game 2 watch party, 235,000 people were kicking it with us. We want to overtake that number tonight. Couple of ways we can do that. You like the video, you share the video, you continue to comment, you also subscribe to the show. All of those methods, absolutely free for you, and it goes a long way in supporting everything that we do. The same can be said for Rolly over on the Miami Heat Report as well, as we just surpassed 337,000 subscribers on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. So clap it up for everybody. We do appreciate that. They're showing this clip here of Michael Malone in the locker room prior to the game. Did you take any issue with Tim calling out the effort from his team? I really didn't. I think it's a motivational tactic. That's about it.
I also want to point out is that maybe I just didn't see it, but I also didn't think that the Nuggets played with a lack of effort.
Yeah.
I think their issues came with maybe mental lapses, I should say, that they had defensively in that fourth quarter that allowed the Heat to get cooking and get good looks for Duncan Robinson and Gabe Vincent. I think there was mental lapses that a normal basketball player at that level should be able to make and not make those mistakes. So I get what he's talking about there, but when it comes to this pure effort going for loose balls, I didn't noticeably see that the Heat out-hustled them. That's not something I saw. Maybe Michael Malone saw something different. But I will say we are 2 likes away from 25. I'll take a sip of my beer when we do there, but we are ready for tip.
Party and Dule said, awful Yank commentary. I'm not sure if you're calling us Yankees, but we literally are, because I'm from Philadelphia and Rolly's from New York. So thank you so much. Denver Nuggets going to be rocking their blue jerseys for the 3rd consecutive game, right? Miami Heat in their white threads. Ball is up for the tip. Miami Heat win it. And we are underway for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Jimmy Butler hands it off to Kevin Love, who once again gets the start like he did in Game 2. Bam Adebayo got past Nikola Jokic, blew the layup, though. Jokic, good pass down low to Gordon, looking a lot like what the Nuggets did early on in Game 1, and Gordon fouled.
Yeah, Bam Adebayo could not miss that layup. He got a good look early on Jokic. His speed, which I've kind of mentioned multiple times throughout this first 2 games of the series, that his speed is too much for Jokic to defend. He got an easy reverse layup with the left hand and just left it short.
Ken Safita, thank you for the nice live. Thank you for the nice compliment. Michael Porter Jr. going to let loose a long 2. It's shy. He has to get going for the Nuggets to get going offensively. So he misses his first shot. 2-man game between Strus and Adebayo. Somehow, Bam able to lay it up off the window on the reverse. He hung in the air for an eternity there. Very impressive play from Bam.
And it was the same exact shot, Chase. He took a reverse layup with his left hand. This time it goes.
Nikola Jokic from straight away thought about a 3, put the ball on the deck, absorbed some contact. No foul. Bam with the rebound. Bam will now bring it up as he often does. Goes to show you how athletic he is. Kevin Love will take a 3. Got it! Kevin Love buries it from 26 feet. Ideal start here for the Miami Heat.
And Jokic getting abused offensively. Jokic has been the primary defender on the first 3 shots for the Heat, and they're 2 for 3. It should be 3 for 3.
Jokic gave up his dribble. Will find Murray. Murray cuts into the lane. Layup off the glass. Up and in. Good early sign there for Denver. Murray only had 15 shots in Game 2. Has to be more involved here in Game 3.
That 2-man game between Jokic and Murray is just so good.
Cross-court pass from Butler to Kevin Love. Corner 3, well short. Jokic will push. Gives it up to KCP. Quick trigger 3. That's off the mark. Way too strong. Max Strus.
He's been struggling
with the rebound. He has been. Outside of Game 1. Strus. Bounce pass to Adebayo. Mid-range right from the elbow, got it to go. Bam Adebayo. That is 4 early points for Bam. 7-0 Heat lead, or 7-2, excuse me. About 2+ minutes into this ball game.
And if you're the Heat right now. That's the Bam Adebayo you love to see. I've always said that an aggressive Bam looking for his shot is the best version of this team. He's taken 3 shots very early in this game. He's made 2 of them. Should have been 3, but I'll take what I've seen from Bam.
Murray nearly lost it. Got it back. Floater cash. Kid Miami said, you guys are useless. 235,000 views in game 2 would say otherwise. Thank you, though. Jimmy Butler. Up top, he'll drive, beats Jokic off the dribble, lays it in.
And I expect to see a more aggressive Jimmy Butler today. I mean, maybe it's as simple as his friends being in the arena, but I like that take for Jimmy early. Take advantage of Jokic's slow feet.
Murray matched up with Adebayo, gives it up to Jokic, who backs down Butler. That's going to be a mismatch toward Jokic any day of the week.
I just don't think the Heat can switch that. I know they like to switch screens. They went away from that a little bit in game 2, but switch there.
Butler, he'll drive once again. Shot at the rim, no good. Aaron Gordon from right to left. Out to Murray. Murray 3, rims out. Bam, another rebound. He's got a couple so far.
I think another story in this series, Chase, is how the Nuggets have struggled from 3. A really good three-point shooting team. They have not shot above 40% in a game yet, which is kind of surprising from them.
Gabe Vincent, scoop pass to Adebayo, 16-foot jumper, off the mark, back iron. Jamal Murray now has it as the Nuggets move right to left offensively. The Heat matriculate left to right. Murray, baseline jumper, good.
They're really giving Jamal Murray anything he wants in the mid-range. He's got 6 out of the first 8 points for the Nuggets.
Vincent far side, dribbles behind his back. He's guarded by Murray. Goes to Adebayo, dribble handoff to Vincent. He'll let loose a 3. Back iron, no good. Long rebound, fought for by Strus. Shot clock resets back to 14. Adebayo, left-handed pass to Strus. Into the corner, Vincent, open 3, bottoms. Good ball movement so far from Miami, Rolly.
And that's just something you don't usually see Max Strus do. He takes a screen and great vision that Gabe Vincent was wide open in the corner, was able to find him.
Murray step back from the left elbow, just off the mark. Jokic somehow comes up with the rebound. 2 guys were around him, and Bam and Strus. Lost a pass to Murray, into the lane to Gordon. Backs down his defender, then gives it up to Murray. Got it to go from about 2 feet.
Both offenses are looking crisp here early, Chase.
Adebayo to Butler, just inside the 3-point arc on the right side, and he's going to get fouled. I believe it's going to be on the floor.
Are they going to call it on the floor? I'd actually be surprised. Jimmy Butler spun. Wasn't sure he was spinning into a shot, so see if they call it on the floor on the bump or not.
Could see the scoreboard.
Oh,
yeah, because the lens finder.
I was so lost.
All right, Butler will go to the free throw line here. First free throw, good.
I'll say this, and I expected a more aggressive Jimmy Butler, and I flat out said it might partially be because he has friends, Neymar and Paul Pogba, 2 international superstars in the game of football/soccer, that are in this arena watching him to play tonight. And I was like, simply, he might come out and ball just for the fact they're here, and he's been aggressive early. He's got 4 points.
Butler makes the second free throw. It's 14-10. Denver 5 of 10 from the floor. Heat 5 of 10 from the floor. Murray will drive. Block by Jimmy Butler. Outlet pass to Bam. Euro step. He blew the layup. He had Jokic beat, but he flat out missed it. Jamal Murray, guarded by Butler, who defended him really well in game 2. He'll navigate. Good pass from Jokic to a streaking Michael Porter Jr. Teardrop in. Crafty finish there from Porter Jr. amongst the trees there in traffic. Butler comes off the screen. Nice little pace to this game early. He misses the layup as well. Couple of point-blank misses from Miami. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, outlet pass, charged though. After he made the layup, it's going the other way.
Something that Kevin Love does so well. Not the best defender, but able to get back, get set, and take a charge to take away 2 points for the Nuggets in transition. It's been a back-and-forth game so far. Both offenses, I believe, are now shooting 6 of 11 from the field. Close enough.
So Heat are now
they were both
5 of 11.
Nuggets
are 5 of 10. Because that won't count, right, because of the charge call.
Yeah.
So very evenly matched so far. And just like we saw in Game 2 with Kevin Love in the starting lineup for Caleb Martin, he's made a couple of impactful plays. In Game 2, outlet pass, good defense, had a couple of buckets. In this game so far, hit a 3, then sets the charge. Veteran savvy moves from Kevin Love, who the Heat signed as a buyout candidate, and he's been a little bit cold at points, but he's also made some impactful playoff level plays as well.
Yeah, J-Boy Vibes checking in saying, yo, what's up, Nick and Chase? What's up, J-Boy? Nice to see you in the chat once again. We did cross 25 likes before tip, so I owe another drink here. And I want to have you guys continue to like the video, because if you guys like the video, that means more people could come hang out with us watching the game, and it only leads to more interaction and more fun for you guys in the comment section. So we have 31 likes on the Heat Report with 81 people watching right now. I want to continue to keep that 50% rate up, because if that is the case, then we'll be broadcasted out to more Heat fans, and they could come in and join us and have fun. So on the Heat Report, by the time we get back from timeout, can we get to 40 likes? We're 8 likes away. I'll do the same deal. I'll take a sip of my beer if we get to 40 likes by the time we come back from timeout. And on Chat Sports, we just crossed over 200 likes. Shout out to you guys, but there's 2,200 people watching. That's not a good percentage. So can we get at least up to 300 in the next 2 or 3 minutes? Continue to smash that like button over on Chat Sports. If we get to 300 on Chat Sports, I'll take a sip of my beer too.
Drunken Boxing, you guys don't care about anything except for money, yet we're here for every game of the NBA Finals giving you free analysis. Something doesn't add up there, but it's all good because more people appreciate us than you do. But if you want to send us a tip, you can kindly do that as well. We won't say no. Crystal saying, let's go Heat. GD Rico saying, D's Nuggets. I like that. That should be a t-shirt if
Close
it's not already.
Close but no cigar.
Nug Dude said, go Nuggets. Health over wealth from Drunken Boxing. That's why I ran 5 miles prior to work today and worked out. That was nice for me. So yes, health over wealth.
Yeah, and you know what I did before I came into work today? I went to go play some basketball, get some shots up. I was working on my craft. Today was not a good day for the shot. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll never lie. I was not hitting my 3-pointers today, but what I was doing right, playing the right way, getting rebounds, outlet up the course.
Find a way to make an impact outside of the shot.
I couldn't hit a shot today. 5-1 today at LA Fitness. I was absolutely dominating.
6 games, full court.
Yeah, we were able to get it in today. We were able to get it in.
What's the clientele during midday weekday?
So 11:15 is actually the perfect spot to go to, and I found a collection of people that when I'm working night like this, I'm able to go in and hoop with them, and they go. There's at least 10 or 12 guys that show up every day during the week at 11:15. It's the perfect runs because you just have one team sitting, 2 teams playing, and it's just a constant rotation. It's absolutely perfect. I'll say that. And I've really enjoyed it over there. D-Wade's in the house.
D-Wade's in the house.
Can't lose in front of D-Wade. It's game 3 for number 3, who has 3 NBA titles in 2006, 12, and 13. Let's get another one. Oh.
Jandro, you guys are good announcers. Thank you so much. Are they in a timeout right now from Simone? Yes, they are. But now we're back. And we're back with the Heat possession. Max Strus tried to spin off his man on the left side and lay it up with the right. You can guess what happened. He missed. Nikola Jokic, he's going to dial up a 3. That's off the mark as well. Bam Adebayo soars for another board. It is 14-12, Miami in the early going. Just past the halfway mark of this first quarter. Gabe Vincent, floater off balance, can't hit.
So both offenses kind of going a little cold here after, I would say, decent starts for both teams.
Murray comes off the Jokic screen. This 2-man action's been good. Jokic from about 12 feet. He's able to get the shooter's roll. We're tied up 14-14.
I mean, his soft touch is unmatched. It looked like he left it short. Doesn't matter. Front rim, backboard, and in.
Vincent Adebayo. He'll line one up from about 16 feet just beyond the free throw line. He can't connect. Good pass from Michael Porter Jr. to Nikola Jokic. If Jokic didn't flop there, he would have had the position to catch the ball and lay it up. They get Bam on a foul, though.
I think, honestly, early in the game, you'd almost rather trade the 2 points for a Bam foul because you know how bad the Heat's depth is at the big man position.
Yeah.
And if it's not Bam guarding Jokic, Jokic could do whatever he wants. So getting some fouls on Bam could lead to more success later on in this game.
Nacho Man Randy Sanchez, salute to you. What's up, brother? Inbounds pass goes from Bruce Brown to Jokic to Murray to Jokic. Floater off one leg. Good. Nuggets have the lead, 16-14.
I mean, that two-man action with the Jokic and Murray pick and roll has been unbelievable so far. They're almost getting any shot they want out of that action.
Strus and Adebayo go back and forth. Strus, quick pass to Vincent. Got his man in the air with the pump fake. Three-pointer. He got fouled. Bruce Brown going to be whistled for the personal.
The first sub of today's game checks in for Denver and immediately fouls Gabe Vincent. Didn't really see him make a play in this game other than that one.
And where did he get him? On the head here? Yeah,
on
he got
back.
him on the head. And Vincent, of course.
A little flop in action for Gabe
flop
there.
action.
I think he gets him on the back here, though. That's really it. Oh, on the little swipe, you see that? On the back of the jersey.
Here. So Vincent to the line for 3.
Mike Breen pointing out that Gabe Vincent, after he makes the first free throw of 3, he is shooting 9 of 15, I believe he said, or 9 of 16 from 3. Gabe Vincent has been unbelievable. Tim P. asked, is this a Heat stream? Yes, Tim, this is a Heat stream on the Heat Report.
We're also live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, so going both ways here. Simulcast. Gabe Vincent, 3 of 3 at the line, unconscious from the stripe.
Did he miss one?
Or no, he missed one, right?
I feel like he only got 2 free throws. I'm lost.
Wait, was his foot on the line then?
It wasn't, but I feel like I missed a free throw somehow.
Either way, it's 16-16. Murray, that's going to be a walk. Yes, it is.
That was a tough bucket, though. I mean,
bucket.
he might have taken an extra step there,
Yeah.
but he took an awkward shot there with an awkward leg position and somehow got it to go.
Vincent, Adebayo, Strus, Kevin Love, Jimmy Butler on the floor for Miami. Strus will try his hand at a 3 from the left wing. That's off the mark. Aaron Gordon will rebound. Bounce pass into the trenches to Jokic. Spins to his right. Shooter side. Hits.
It's just too easy, man. It's why Kevin Love is inserted to the start of the lineup to be able to switch on to Jokic when need be, but even then, too little.
Jokic, 8 points thus far. Jamal Murray got him going. Jokic has picked it up since then. And now there's going to be another foul called. And Jokic on that last possession matched up with Kevin Love.
I mean, if he catches the ball with 2 feet in the paint, he's going to score, I'd say, 95% of the time.
Yeah, they went to him right away, too. His touch around the rim is so good.
I'll be honest, I think he might have the best touch around the rim of all time.
It's up there.
I mean, there is a lot of good centers, but if you think about some of the best, I don't know who anyone is more elegant than him around the rim. As Cody Zeller's checked in, so
same with Caleb Martin.
Look for a run for the Denver Nuggets.
Martin will drive, hung up in the air, still found Butler, though. Shot clock at 5 to Martin in the corner, has to let it go. He does, and it's too short. Jokic tips it to Christian Brown. Jokic has it, guarded by Zeller. Just inside the left wing. Down low to Aaron Gordon. Tried to dunk it home. Instead, he just dropped it in.
It's a great pass again from Nikola Jokic, finding the little mismatch and finding the open man. The Heat have missed their last 7 shots. Ugly offense for Miami after a 5-10 start.
20-16, Denver lead. Butler has it near side as the Heat go left to right offensively. He wanted a foul. Shot well off. Nuggets rebound as whistles remain silent. 5 of 18 from the floor is Miami. Murray pull up. He's gone cold. Fighting for the loose ball is Aaron Gordon. He wraps it up with Jimmy Butler. They're going to jump it up. Diego, triple-double tonight again for the best European player of all time, Beast Jokic. That's going to be an interesting conversation before it's all said and done. It could really just be between him and Dirk Nowitzki, right?
I got to be honest. It's tough to have this conversation this early. If Jokic wins the NBA Finals, he will have the same amount of rings as Dirk, but Jokic will have 2 MVPs. I think I might almost give the edge to Nikola Jokic
already too, yeah.
which would make Jokic a top 25 player in NBA history.
Bill Simmons said he's already a top 25 guy.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Listen, a two-time MVP is always going to be one of the best players in NBA history. But and if you add a finals to that, you're really going to be in the upper echelon, even if you only played the 10, I think this is his 8th or 9th year, drafted in 15, 16, somewhere around there, 14, 15.
Yeah.
So,
Anthony Olvera said, get Gordon out of there. He's lazy. Aaron Gordon's been huge in this series so far.
Yeah.
For Denver, did you miss when he scored 12 points in the first quarter of Game 1 to really get things going for the Nuggets? So who you got into Game 3, timeout on the floor, H for the Heat, N for the Nuggets. Nearly 3,000 people already watching live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. Who do you like? Heat, Nuggets? Rolly and I both went with the Heat prior to this game. Something in me tells me Heat are just winning it. I'm not sure what it is. Momentum maybe from that Game 2 victory. Personal coach, Nuggets. Christopher Allen, Nuggets. Wendell, go Denver. Sasku saying Jimmy Butler. Elizabeth, Heat. Dominic, Heat. Basketball, not baseball, said hey, hello. Panda, Heat. NYC. Casper, Florida. Miami Heat. Just chilling. What's up, you guys? First time here. Great job. God bless. Just chilling. We appreciate you.
Shout out to Just Chillin'.
Thank you so much.
But on the Heat Report side, Joshua Lindsay saying H, GR crushing stuff, Tim P going with the Nuggets, Dibbin going with the Chicken Nuggets. Aaron Fitzgerald says, this is not Miami defense. I'll be honest, I actually don't think the Heat have played that horrific defense. It's just the Nuggets offense has played very well, and Spoelstra will make some adjustments, don't you worry. I think the issue in this game for Miami thus far is the fact that they started 5 of 10 from the field, and yet they're 0 for their last 8. A 5 of 18 shooting percentage is not the best, obviously.
Kevin DeShenis said, Chase, can you tell Porter to sink a 30-footer for my bet? Michael Porter Jr. hit a 3-pointer for Kevin's bet. Just do it. There you go, Kevin.
Also alongside it, letting us know who you got, continue to smash that like button. If you're having fun, we have a back and forth competitive first quarter. Hit that like button. We have almost 3,000, now 3,000 people watching on Chat Sports. We're at 362 likes. When I said we crossed 300, I said take a sip of my beer. If we cross 400 by the time the timeout ends and play is back on the court, I'll take another sip. It's only 33 likes away. 3,000 people watching, we should get there pretty easily. And on the Heat Report, we're still chasing that illustrious 40-like mark. We got 80 people watching. 6 of you guys, I guarantee there's 6 of you that haven't liked the video. The science is backing me there. Hit the like button, and I'll take a sip of my beer too.
Mikey Mike, watching from London. Thanks for the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the 3,000 people watching live and the 30,000 people who have already joined us here in this first quarter. We're going to continue to break records tonight. And if you're looking for some great NBA coverage, NBA Draft is less than 3 weeks away. Woo! We're going to be covering it. We're going to be live here on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, on all of our different team NBA channels, content there as well. But then NBA free agency leads us right into 4th of July, and we're going to be live for that multiple days on end. So hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of our coverage. We just surpassed 337,000 subscribers. Back in action here, Nuggets basketball. Bruce Brown, 3-ball, tried to bank it in. Way too strong. Christian Brown, sword for the rebound, got it ripped away. He ended up with it.
It's cross Martin. 400 likes, so I do owe my sip here.
There you go. Kyle Lowry in the game for the first time. To his right to Butler. Butler guarded by Murray. Up top to Lowry. Shot clock 8. Murray went for the steal. Butler gets it back. Now Butler will back him down. Double team, shades over. Butler then spins toward the baseline, kisses it in off the window.
And that finally ends the 0 for 8 stretch that the Heat offense was in. They were struggling from the field.
20-18, Nuggets advantage. We've gone back and forth here. Points in the paint, 16 for Denver, 6 for the Heat. Jokic trying to add 2 more. He does. Bottoms up on the deuce.
I just don't know if he misses from that 5 to 10 foot mark.
Seemingly in the second half last game, he didn't. And in the first half so far, he ain't.
I mean, he's just getting the ball inside the paint, straight on with the basket, 5 to 12 feet, and he just makes it every time.
Kyle Lowry, guarded by Bruce Brown, sends it down low to Butler. He's in the corner now. He'll back down Christian Braun, who's a good defender, very athletic. Jimmy Butler, turnaround Jay from 14, cash money.
And this isn't just me saying this because I want to be right, but Chase, does it not look like he has been way more aggressive looking for his shot in this game?
No doubt. He's getting after it. Murray far side. Bounce pass to Jokic, who hands it off to Murray. He lost the basketball. Heat get it back, but they step out of bounds while going for the steal. Now the Nuggets will inbound beneath their hoop.
I don't even think the shot clock will reset here because what I believe Tony Brothers is calling is that no one had possession when Cody Zeller touched it, which that angle doesn't show completely if he even touched the ball while he was standing out of bounds. The side angle kind of showed he did, but I don't know. Wow, Reggie Jackson checking in for Denver.
Wow.
He's only played in 5 games this postseason, none in the last 6 games.
Jokic again in the trenches, and he's going to get called for the offensive foul. Zeller was the one who went down. Let's take a look at the replay here.
It's a little bit of a flop from Cody Zeller.
Of course, Jokic didn't miss.
I'm surprised, honestly, they gave Cody Zeller the call, especially considering Nikola Jokic was the one who committed the foul. Refs usually swallow their whistles a little bit when a star player commits an offensive foul.
Yeah, Jokic, a slight elbow on that action as Jimmy Butler records another bucket right on that right baseline. Jimmy Butler, 10 points, 4 of 7 shooting. What a positive development here for Miami. Hasn't done much offensively in the first 2 games. Jokic does miss in the paint there. Tried to go with the left-handed baby hook. Good defense, though, from Zeller. 22-22 is the score. Under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Butler into the lane. Slow-footed. Misses. Got it back. Ball loose. Reggie Jackson picks it up. Yes, you heard that right. Reggie Jackson. He'll now push for the Nuggets. Gives it up to his right to Jeff Green. Layup in off the glass. Game clock 27.4. Shot clock 24. Heat basketball. Kyle Lowry will slow dribble. He's hanging out right by that Heat logo at center stage. Shot clock down to 10. Guarded by Jeff Green. To his left to Zeller. Zeller back to Lowry. Shot clock at 5. Couple dribbles. He'll get into the lane. Spin move. Fade away. Good. What a shot from Lowry. Game clock at 3. Reggie Jackson has it far side. He'll pull the trigger at the buzzer. Back iron just a tad too strong. End of the first quarter. A good one. 24-24 as we shift gears to the second frame.
Wow, what a good first quarter, Chase. Back and forth we go. The stars are already showing out. Jimmy Butler with 10 points. Jokic in double figures. Jamal Murray came out hot as well, scoring 6 of the first 8 points for Denver. Bam's played well as well, I should say. Really good performances from the 4 best players in this series. And after the first quarter is officially down, it's knotted at 24. So let us know who you got in Game 3. Who's going to take this 2-1 lead that is so coveted when the series is tied 1-1? Who's going to take it? Let us know in the comment section.
38,000 people have joined us so far on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, approaching 1,000 views on our Heat channel as well. Get those game predictions in. As Rolly had said, H for the Heat, N for the Nuggets. I'm seeing Smoke and Raven, likes Miami, Mandy, Heat, 510 Life, Heat, going Dutch, Nuggets in 6. Give you some stats here from this first quarter. 24 all. Both teams got off to a good start offensively. They were sitting at around 50% field goals and then cooled off a little bit. Looked as though it was going to be a fast-scoring, frenetic first frame, and then that did tail off. Leading the way for Denver, 10 points for Nikola Jokic, 8 points for Jamal Murray. Outside of that, 2 points apiece for Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., as well as Jeff Green, who got that layup right before the end of the first quarter for Miami. Just like it's a good sign for Jokic and Murray, hot so far for Denver, Jimmy Butler, with a couple of his soccer buddies on hand, and Dwayne Wade, 4 of 8, 10 points in that first quarter. Gabe Vincent with 5. Kevin Love had a 3, as well as a nice charge. Bam Adebayo already 4 points, 4 rebounds. And then Kyle Lowry with the 2 points before the expiration of that first quarter. Another super chat coming in. Eric M. What's on the super chat deal? Heat for the win.
You ask.
So Eric, we'll show you our super chat menu. I will say this, $50. You know what? $25. This is the Heat channel super chat menu. I'll shotgun a beer for a $25 super chat to get us going here. So Eric, this is for you.
I'll say this, Eric. These prices are for the Heat Report. I'll throw the Heat Report chat or the link in the Chat Sports chat. So if you want to flip over and super chat on the Heat Report,
you can do that
This
too.
is what you would get for the prices if you wanted to send in a donation, which is greatly appreciated. We just unlocked that super chat ability on the Heat Report, new channel starting out, so you have to reach certain levels to unlock it. We finally did, so feel pretty good about that. And we're offering pretty good deals for the first ever time on the Heat Report. That's what it could get you. So if you want to hop over and super chat on the Heat Report, this is what will get you. $5, we'll take a beer cheers. $10, take a tequila shot. And $25, I will shotgun a beer out of a shotgun-like utensil. Very interesting if you've never seen it.
An apparatus, some might also say. Eric M., but because you donated to the show, cheers to you, my guy. Cheers to you.
Yeah, but they showed a nice little stat in between quarters as the Nuggets looked to inbound the ball. Jimmy Butler had 10 points in the first quarter. In games 1 and 2, combined 11 points in the first quarter.
Points in the paint for Denver. They were really good. They were 10 of 12 from the field. Outside of that, they were cold. Only hit 2 field goals outside of the paint. Aaron Gordon just missed 2 in the paint. As I said that, hashtag announcer jinx. 24 all. Lowry, alley-oop to Bam. Just a little bit too mustard on it.
He's trying to kill Bam, throwing it that far and high.
Aaron Gordon to his left to Brown. 3 ball. Got it. Bruce Brown from the left wing. There's some points outside of the paint. Once again, announcer jinx.
As we did get a $25 super chat from Eric M. on the Heat Report. Eric, shout out to you for being an absolute legend. So when the next timeout happens, I'll get that set up and do it for you, Eric. Shout out to you for hopping over there.
He'll get the apparatus.
Yeah. Shout out to you for hopping over and donating. What a legend you are.
That's a real one right there.
Yeah, he's an absolute
You tell him to come over. He comes over like a true homie, sends in the 25. Bam hands it off to Robinson, who's in the game. Now Martin has it in the corner. Scoop pass to Robinson. Triple off the mark. Murray the rebound. He's guarded by Vincent. And there's going to be a foul on Duncan Robinson down low. He was guarding Aaron Gordon. Allows them to kind of switch it up a little bit defensively.
Yeah, the Heat's offense outside of Jimmy Butler has struggled. It was free-flowing, getting very good looks in that first portion of the first quarter, but outside of Jimmy, the Heat have struggled to hit shots since the first, about, 4 minutes of the game.
Murray whip around pass to Jeff Green. He exploits that matchup right away against Kyle Lowry, lays it up. He's now got 4, both layups from that same area on the right side. 29-24, 5-0 Nuggets run to start this second quarter. Martin guarded by Christian Brown. Going to try to take him to the rack. Good defense from Brown. Fade away from Martin. Good defense, like I said. Bruce Brown rebound. To his right to Green. Looking for the post up to Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon into the lane. Lost the basketball. Got it back. Once again, missed the putback. That's 2 putbacks that Gordon has missed here in a couple of possessions to start this second quarter. Bam. Euro. Blocking call on Jeff Green.
And I'll say this, Chase. The Heat offense right now has been looking very stagnant in the half court. I feel like a lot of ball watching, just dribbling, not a lot of off-ball movement, which is what the Heat's offense is basically set on, is whoever has the ball can have it, but everybody else has to be moving at all times, just like the Golden State Warriors at times where free-flowing, everyone's got to be setting back screens, being active. Heat's offense not looked that way in the half-court offense.
Bam will go to the line. They're going to call it a shooting foul. First free throw. It's good. Oh, Eric M's a Raiders guy, huh?
Oh, really?
That's what he said. He said Raiders fans are different. Raiders
Man, they
report
really
followers.
are. Between you, Borelli, Buddy Bear, you three just are always everywhere when it comes to chat sports.
Legend. Adebayo can't connect on that second free throw. So 29-25. Adebayo, 5 points, 2 of 7 shooting.
He'd go to their zone for the first time of the night.
Little 2-3 zone for Miami. Bruce Brown breaks it, but the floater off the back iron. Good opportunity there for Denver as Brown had a good look as he carved through that zone. Robinson into the corner to Martin. Pump fake, got Green in the air. Great pass to Adebayo, two-handed flush.
And that was better ball movement. Got the Duncan Robinson open. Someone crashed to him, able to swing it to Caleb Martin, who then drove in for an easy drop-off pass to Bam. That's the offense that Heat fans want to see.
Heat stay in their zone. Murray now has it in the corner. He's going to let a 3 fly. That was too shy. Bam with the long rebound. Going to back down Brown, but then send it out to Lowry. Reset, goes back to Adebayo. Face up against Brown. Has the height advantage, and he uses it to his advantage to bury the long 2.
That's the Bam Adebayo Heat fans know and love. This is what I've always wanted to see and what he struggled with against the Boston Celtics. He'd get a smaller man on him and either miss a hook shot or just pass it up. This time gets a smaller Bruce Brown on him, passes it out, wants it right back, gets it face up, easy little jumper from the mid-range. Bam, even though he started off this game 2 of 7, back-to-back buckets for him, looking good.
So the Nuggets came out of the gates here in the second quarter on a 5-0 run. The Heat match with a 5-0 run. So both teams flip-flopping these 5-0 runs, and we're locked up 29-29 with 9 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Timeout, Michael Malone going to try to gather his team here. 3,500 people watching live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. 90 people watching live on the Heat Report. More than 50,000 people throughout the night on Chat Sports. Thank you to everybody who's here. And no matter where you are or how you're watching, thanks for watching the show. Rolly is going to get the shot fun. Also, Heat Report, past 40 likes, people are pointing out in the comment section. Marietta said, let's go Miami. Nick Sue said, Jimmy MJ Butler. It's Ducky. Thank you for hosting. Salute. Come on, Nuggets from Paradoxics. Look, I think that even though the Nuggets are the more talented team, let's face it, the Heat have been outmatched as far as overall talent every series. Milwaukee, probably New York, maybe.
I have said that
maybe.
That's the one series so far to me where I expected the Heat to win.
Yeah.
Was against the Knicks.
Boston and this series, but making adjustments on the fly. Savvy, tough, mentally disciplined, tactical adjustments. Can't count this Heat team out. And I think we're in store for a very good NBA Finals here.
You just saw me take a sip of my beer there.
That's for 40 likes.
And now it's time to shotgun the beer. As shout out to Eric, being an absolute legend. Want to shout him out once again. Sending in that $25 super chat. That deal is running all night, so it could get ugly for your boy if things continue to move that way. But I'll have to move my headset up here, and it's time to take down this beer. Hopefully it's not as cold as the one I did, I think, last time, which was, I think the last time y'all made me do this on the Heat Report was Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Hopefully it's not as cold so I can down this easier.
Look at this thing. This is what you call the shot fun. The little shotgun method penetrates the can, and down it goes. Eric M., your money goes a long way. We appreciate that.
Stomach's already feeling bigger than it should.
Going Dutch. Jokic got snubbed in the MVP voting. I agree, and I'm someone who had advocated for Joel Embiid to win it.
Oh.
But I was wrong. I will admit that. Game 3, who you got? H for the Heat, N for the Nuggets. We're back out of the Michael Malone timeout. Jamal Murray just slipped. Or did his feet get tangled with Gabe Vincent? I think they're going to whistle Vincent on the foul. I like how Erik Spoelstra, by the way, is a top button on the polo guy. It's always been his look. I like that. Kyle Shanahan, also a top button guy. Just some swagger.
I like Erik Spoelstra more than almost anyone, but if you wear your polo buttoned up the entire way, a little bit of a cop.
I like it.
Oh, look at Gabe Vincent. That's a foul on Jokic. It's got to be.
That's a second, right? Vincent again?
That's interesting. That's a little baloney.
Wow.
Vincent just stole the ball on a jump ball, and they're going to call a foul on him. All right, he maybe grabbed a little leg, but he's basically a foot shorter. That's unbelievable.
Wow. Is that 3 on him?
Just 2.
2? 2 in as many seconds. So Nuggets keep the rock, and the score stays at 29-29. Jokic, great pass to Christian Brown, backdoor cutter. I don't know how Jokic saw him. He split a couple of defenders, gave it up to Brown, who dunks it in.
And that's exactly why I said that he can't run their zone against Jokic when he's on the court. It worked in Game 2. Right there is the reason why I was afraid that they would run it and it would fail.
Adebayo hands it off for Duncan Robinson. Robinson to Lowry, into the corner to Martin. 3-ball, bottoms.
Caleb Martin sure does shooting from the corner, or likes shooting from the corner at the Kaseya Center. Remember what he did to Giannis, that little corner 3.
32-31. Christian Brown with a nice little drive there on Duncan Robinson, and he puts it in off the glass. Once again, energetic minutes from Christian Brown. That's what he's done and provided for this Nuggets team throughout the playoffs. Caleb Martin, wide open 3 again, and again, cash!
Caleb Martin slow to join this NBA Finals, but boy, he has a couple big threes in this game already. Welcome after taking the first 2 games off in the NBA Finals.
Happy to be back at the Kaseya Center. Game 6 against Boston. He was in fuego.
Look at Kyle Lowry.
Ball loose. Martin picks it up. Here come the Heat. Into the lane. Reverse layup. Kiss off the glass and in. Somehow he spun the ball off the window and it dropped. 37-33. Miami lead.
What a play by Lowry to strip Jokic, and Martin looks all the way back to his Eastern Conference Finals form. Great take up and under like Chase mentioned.
Jokic to Murray. From 16, nearly stripped again. Jokic has it. Good pass to Green, but great defense from Miami. Murray 3 at the end of the shot clock. Bang! Great offensive play here. Murray had gone stale from the floor for a little while. He's up to 11, though, on 5 of 10 shooting. He only had 15 attempts last game. Martin, heat check 3, off the mark. Nuggets will push. Brown into the lane. And he's going to get fouled? I thought he was out of control going to the cup.
That's just he looks like he got fouled because he had no body control, we're going to call it. It's a bad call by the officials. Caleb Martin basically pulled the chair out on Bruce Brown driving to the rim, and the Nuggets get bailed out with a nice little foul call. What's up, Tamar Bowles?
It's going to be a shooting foul, too. Tamar Bowles. What's good, brother?
This is such a tough finish from Caleb Martin, man.
I don't know how he finished that. Brown's first free throw connects.
I tell you what, that 3 that Jamal Murray hit a second ago was so big for many reasons.
Yeah, it was a step back away from his shooting arm with the hand in his face, too.
Reason number 1 why it was so big, the Heat were on a, I believe, 8-0 run there to go from down 4 to up 4, and they had the Kaseya Center on its feet, all the momentum in the world, and he had a massive 3 to silence the crowd a little bit.
37-37. Brown with an opportunity to give Denver the lead once again. Up to nearly 4,000 people watching live. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. We're up to 567 likes.
Yeah, keep on hitting that, man. When we get to 1,000 likes, we're almost halfway there, or we are halfway there. I don't even know what I'll do for 1,000 likes. I'll have to think about it a little bit.
Bruce Brown's second free throw rattles it in. So Denver with the 38-37 lead. Nearly halfway gone of the second quarter. Adebayo, good pass out to the perimeter to Martin. Into the corner to Jimmy Butler. It's going to take a rare three. Good defense, though, there from Aaron Gordon, who had a hand in his face. Murray, near side. Nuggets looking to go two-man action with Murray and Jokic, but they defended it well. Bruce Brown, corner three off the mark. Jimmy Butler, guarded by Murray. Going to try to take him. Out to Robinson. Puts it on the deck. Backs it back out. To his left to Butler. Shot clock at 10. ISO against Murray. Puts his shoulder down. Hangs in the air. No good. Adebayo's tip off the mark, too. Aaron Gordon, another rebound.
Jimmy's got to hit those shots when guarded by Jamal Murray. Too small of a defender. Murray not that even good of a defender. Jimmy's got to convert on those opportunities.
Gordon thought about taking Robinson out to Jokic. Handoff Murray. Three ball. It's good again. Jamal Murray from 25 feet. Erik Spoelstra counters with the timeout. So a couple of the coaches here tonight with these timeouts, Rolly, they don't want to allow these leads to blossom into anything larger than like that 5-6 point threshold. Anytime they sense maybe a run can happen, they're trying to nip it in the bud and call a timeout real quick.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Heat were down 4, had an 8-0 run on the back of Caleb Martin. He single-handedly went on an 8-0 run. And then the Nuggets counter with an 8-0 run of their own. So the Heat go from down 4 to up 4 to now down 4, just trading buckets here between the Nuggets and Heat. We almost got 3,900 people watching on Chat Sports. If you love the NBA, hit that sub button. We crossed 337,000 subscribers tonight. Can we get to 338,000 subscribers? It's a lofty goal, yes, I know, but I think it's plausible. I believe there's almost 800 to 900 people watching right now that aren't subscribed. So if you like what we're doing or just want more NBA content, whether it be news, rumors, trade rumors, NBA draft content, since it's 15 days away exactly, 2 weeks from tomorrow, make sure you hit that sub button. We'll be here all off season long.
Yeah, less than 800 people away from 338,000 subscribers. Can easily get there tonight. And here's my sales pitch. A lot of you are here because you like the NBA. Well, our NBA content going to be absolutely phenomenal coming up here. NBA draft will be live for it. And then after the draft grades. In the lead up to that, mock drafts, scouting profiles. We're going to be doing it all. And then right after the NBA draft, the next week is the start of NBA free agency.
8 days. Crazy.
And we'll be live for hours on end talking about all the signings as they happen. And you don't want to miss our coverage there either. So, a little spell check there, Rolly.
Oh, shoot.
Subscribe if you love the NBA, or subscribe if you love the NBA. The real ones know. More than 4,000 people watching live. Zaboss, we see ya. Now we got it. It's like a magic wand. Boom. A lot of us are here because we can't see the game. Exactly. And we can't show the game, right? Because then the NBA will cancel our YouTube channel. We don't want that to happen with almost 338,000 subscribers. So we do our play-by-play, and that's what we do. And when you do subscribe, turn on those notices. Therefore, when we push out a video, when we do go live, you will be notified. And you'll be able to hang out with us in the future for some of our draft and free agency coverage. We also cover the NFL and college football here as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty good sales pitch. I wouldn't be able to say no to it, so I don't know how you guys potentially are saying no to it out there. Still 4,000 people watching on Chat Sports, 125, now 130 people watching on the Heat Report. Continue to let us know who you got for Game 3. It's been back and forth thus far. Who do you guys have taking it? Spam N for Nuggets or H for Heat down in the comment section. I'll be able to make sure my eyes on who's picking who. This is crazy. Pat Riley, the GM for the Heat, has been in the NBA Finals 25% of the time in NBA history, either as a coach, player, or executive, he has been living in the NBA Finals. Ultimate winner.
Nuggets up 41-37. Butler still guarded by Murray, which is interesting. Denver doesn't seem to fear Jimmy Butler all that much. Now he's guarded by Michael Porter Jr. Into the lane. Turnaround, Jay. Oh, he can't get it to fall. Jokic will now run the floor with the rock to his left to Murray. Murray a better game 3 already than he had in game 2, in my opinion. Gives it up to Jokic. Jokic just by that right elbow will back down Bam. Shooters roll from about 6 feet. No good. Good defense from Bam to get an arm and a hand up. Butler comes off the Adebayo screen. 16-foot jumper, pure.
I like that from Jimmy. He just missed a little turnaround midi that I expect him to hit 80% of the time, and he does not fear coming back and taking another shot. Jimmy looks to be in a scorer's mood tonight. He's 5 of 13 from the field, so not great, but he looks to be aggressive, which is all the Heat need.
Michael Porter Jr. looking to get going here. He can't. Jokic hits the deck on the loose ball. Miami comes up with it. Lowry thought about a 3. He'll pull it down, give it up to his left to Butler. Butler guarded by Murray. We'll back him down once again. Jokic shields over. Now Butler basically triple teamed. Out to Martin. Swing past Strus. Open 3. Cash. Max Strus. You leave him open. Sometimes it's going to make you pay. He did right there.
So what happened there, Chase, is that Nikola Jokic, because he was late to get back, got matched up with Caleb Martin. So when he helped on Jimmy, Caleb Martin was left open, then they had to help on him, and then it resulted in a wide-open Strus 3, who finally connects, and the Heat responded with a 5-0 run of their own after the Nuggets won an 8-0 run.
So we've had a couple of 5-0 runs here in the second quarter. Nuggets started off with the 5-0 run. The Heat come back with the 5-0 run. Nuggets call a timeout. They get going. They go up by 4. Now the Heat on a 5-0 run. Which team going to respond here? Heat keep it going, or the Nuggets going to come back? Continue to flip-flop here in what has been a really good first half. Murray will go to the free throw line. Hits the first free throw. Now we're tied up at 42-42.
Tamar Bowles says this is a great game.
It is.
It truly is. It's been the best one of the series thus far, just on a pure back and forth, very even, competitive edge at least.
Murray, rare miss at the free throw line, so it remains 42-42. Butler guarded by Gordon. Good matchup here. He doesn't like it. Now he gets it back, though. Switches on to Murray. Backdoor pass to Martin. Reverse layup. No good. Bam, put back dunk.
On Nikola Jokic's head. Little head tap, young fella. Bam Adebayo, get up.
Can Jokic come back at him? He's going to try. Backing down Adebayo. Out to Murray. 3-ball. Bang! Jamal Murray from 26 feet. Nuggets back up by 1. Lowry. Another alley-oop where he puts too much on it. Nuggets get it back. Kentavious Caldwell, Pope 3. He can't hit. Rimmed out. Foul on the floor going to be on Lowry. Him and Adebayo were battling against Jokic for the rebound. They're going to get Bam.
That's Bam's second, I believe.
Bam's second.
What a follow from Bam here on Jokic's head. That's a nice little NBA Finals poster for you. He'll sign it and give it to some kids after the game. But just what is Kyle Lowry doing, Chase?
Yeah.
He's had 2 lobs, one to Bam, one to Jimmy, where it was there, it was wide open, and he threw it like he was giving it to, I don't even know the comparison. I don't know one person on planet Earth that would have been able to throw that one down. He just threw for Jimmy. What a horrible lob from Kyle Lowry.
Jesse, just realized you guys are Heat fans. That's false. I'm actually a Sixers fan, and I get excited for both teams because I'm rooting for a good NBA Finals here. So not sure what you're talking about there. So Adebayo grabbed the jersey of Jokic. That's why there was that foul there.
Are they reviewing it? Now there's 2. There was that Jokic got fouled by both people, Kyle Lowry
put his hand
and
up.
Bam, because Lowry actually grabbed Jokic's arm.
Yeah.
So
that's why I thought it was on him at first.
So Jokic gets fouled from Bam on a jersey tug and on a arm grab from Lowry. I don't know who they will officially call the foul. I don't even know what they're doing. Are they reviewing it? Like, what is going on? But Jamal Murray, let's just talk about him for a second, Chase. He is really cooking right now, and this is the Jamal Murray that I feared because he has that ability to just go off at any moment, and he certainly has shown his scoring prowess early in this game. And a crazy stat, Chase. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray have accounted for 40 of the Nuggets' 45 points, whether it be scoring or assisting. Those two have their fingerprints all over this Nuggets team. The role players for Denver haven't showed up, but the two stars have absolutely came to play.
This is one of the coolest things that I've seen in a long time. Jesse is tuned in from Micronesia. That is a tiny island outside of Papua New Guinea, literally in the middle of the North Pacific Ocean.
That's unbelievable.
That's pretty damn cool right there. That's pretty damn cool.
That's awesome.
And I'm just realizing that the Philippines is not far from Australia. I had no idea it was close, looking at the map there. So shout out to you watching from Micronesia. That is very cool.
Jokic makes both free throws to put the Nuggets back up 3. A little bit of a swing there after Lowry's ill-advised lob pass. That was a turnover. The Nuggets get 2 points out of it, so it could have been it's a 4-point swing in this game.
Jimmy Butler missed the bunny. Battle for the loose ball goes to Jokic. To watch him run the floor is unbelievable. But he gave it up to Gordon, and they're going to call a foul here.
I got to be honest.
That was a bad pass from Jokic.
Tony Brothers might need to be investigated in this game. That's the second time he's called a foul where the Nuggets player was out of control, had no idea what was going on, and the Heat get whistled for a foul. Gabe Vincent just got ran into by Aaron Gordon because he didn't know the ball was where it was, and Gabe Vincent gets whistled for a foul. What a joke of a call by Tony Brothers. Joke. Vincent's third foul of this first half, and Aaron Gordon's going to get 2 free throws out of it.
So Gordon to the line, as Rolly alluded to, misses the first.
.230 to go in the first half. Tightly contested, back and forth. Gotcha, Con.
Gordon's second. He's a bad free throw shooter. Misses the pair.
Bold does not lie.
47-44. Under 2:30 to go. Adebayo. Chest pass to Butler. Jab step right, goes left. Gordon counters, though. Now he guarded by KCP. Into the lane, floater, through.
Jimmy has really looked for a shot today. Sometimes hasn't gone, but at least he's being aggressive, which is the best part, or when he's aggressive looking for a shot, it's this best Miami Heat offense.
10 points in the first quarter for Butler, now has 14. Jamal Murray layup in off the glass off that left side. Adebayo nearly tipped it.
I think
but Jamal Murray just in the nick of time.
I think they are saying it was a goaltend, even though it still went in. Yeah, and he did tip
a piece. 49-46. Murray with 20. So we talked a lot about him in the pregame show. The Heat treating him as the head of the snake. Tonight they haven't been able to stop him. Butler will drive once again. Once again, misses that point-blank shot. Gordon now into the lane. What a dunk. The seas departed for him. Just like we're talking about Micronesia, and Aaron Gordon throws it down. And then we have an off-ball foul.
Oh, that is the third foul on Aaron Gordon. So a little bit of foul trouble for key role players on each side. Gabe Vincent has 3. Aaron Gordon has 3. But if you're Max Strus here, you have to stop the ball. You can't just let Aaron Gordon go full way down the court for an easy dunk. Bad defense by Max Strus.
Big lesson growing up. Stop the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's like number one. I don't know how you don't stop the ball in transition. But Jimmy Butler, as I've alluded to so often throughout this stream, I've really liked his aggressiveness on offense, but it is just really head-scratching how many easy shots he's missed in that paint.
Strus, he's put the ball on the deck a lot tonight. Goes back to Adebayo. He wants Jokic, nearly got him, and he did get fouled.
Now that is at least Jokic's second foul. Not completely in foul trouble just yet, but it is interesting to note that he has 2.
Yeah, him and Bam with a couple of fouls.
Bam will get a pair, trying to cut into this 5-point lead. Bam Adebayo has 11 points and 11 rebounds already in this first half. Bam has come to play in Game 3. Now he makes the first free throw to make it a 4-point game. Bam on pace for a 2020 game. Nikola Jokic on the flip side damn near already has a triple-double chase. I think the last time they showed his stats, he already had 10 rebounds, he already has double-digit points, and he has 7 assists.
Yeah, I'll give you Jokic's stats here as Adebayo will line up a second free throw, which is also good. Jokic so far, 12 points, 12 boards, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. Murray, bounce pass to Jokic. Hands it off to Murray. He's double-teamed. There's that Heat defense. What can the Nuggets do here? Jokic off the glass as he got double-teamed. Really just hustled defense from Miami to double Murray and then double Jokic after that. 51-48. Miami can tie with the 3. Adebayo with the deuce.
Gotta
This
make
is the
that.
bunny.
Has to make that easy look from about 8 feet right in front of the rim. Just too strong.
28 seconds left in this first half. Murray one-on-one against Martin. Now match up with Adebayo. He gets doubled again. To Jokic at the free throw line. Michael Porter Jr. 3 from the corner. Misses again. And Jokic is going to draw a foul.
All flop there from Nikola Jokic.
Michael Porter Jr. has been dreadful again.
I just don't think it's even possible that Kyle Lowry would have enough strength to move Nikola Jokic about 8 feet in the air. What a ridiculous flop. And honestly, he should be... I know I'm going full Jeff Van Gundy here, and this might be because I'm a Heat fan here. I'm changing the rules. I think Nikola Jokic, if the Heat challenge this, he should be assessed a foul for how egregious that flop was. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, next year they plan on penalizing players for challenges more. I guess upon second look, like Martin may have tripped Jokic, but for a guy who is that big to fall like that with that little contact, yes, it does fall under the flop category. Third player with 10-10 and now 7 in an NBA Finals game in the first half. He has 14, 12, and 7 in total. Shot clock unplugged, game clock 12 and ticking. Lowry, guarded by Bruce Brown, to Jimmy Butler. Butler one-on-one against Murray on the left side. Sizes him up, out to Lowry. Wide open 3! No good at the buzzer. Just off. And we head to recess with the Denver Nuggets sporting a 5-point advantage, 53-48. If you're enjoying the game, like the video. Halftime show coming your way. Nearly 100,000 views already in that first half. We're on our way to breaking another record so far in this NBA Finals. It's Ducky liked it. Yasel Plays likes the Heat. CA, Heat. I hate Lowry. He's not doing great from June. He's not having a good game tonight. Final year of his contract might be prohibitive for Miami. Rolled on saying Denver still wins it. Jason liking the show. Thank you, sir. Caleb going with the Heat. ISO. P-Dive Nuggets. Jim Dodge said F the Celtics. Mr. Awesome Guy. Sixers 2024 NBA champions. Can they just get past the second round for the first time since 2001, Mr. Awesome Guy? That's what we ask for. Scott Shaver, I subbed.
Shout out to you, Scott.
Shout out to you. You're a real one. Real one roll call for show. Man, I see a Nuggets in 5. I don't think the Heat go down that easy.
I just
really
don't see a world where the Heat lose both games at home during this series.
Yeah, I agree. Yasel Plays, I'm subbed. You're a real one as well.
Yasel's such a real one. I see him almost every time we're in a stream. He comes to play and comes to show out. That is for sure. Make sure you guys do continue to like that video. 4,400 people watching on the Chat Sports stream. Only 780 likes. If we could get to 1,000 before the half ends, I will be taking 2 shots of tequila.
Real one roll call. Everybody who's tuned in right now is a real one, so shout out to all of you because we appreciate your support of the show and of the movement. Updated look on our sub count before we start taking a look at these numbers here. We want to continue to grow the program, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you hitting that sub button. We do appreciate it in advance. We're up to 337,381 subs. If you want some great NBA content led by me, Rolly, Seeps, Marshall, Harrison, Sam, Jack, the whole crew is going to be bringing the heat. So don't miss it. Come hang with us.
Make sure these numbers are right, Chase, and then we'll get into it.
Some news today, and of course the last couple of days in the NBA world too. Chris Paul might get released by the Phoenix Suns. He might get traded. He might come back. He might get released, then get brought back by Phoenix. Ja Morant, the suspension has been determined by the NBA, but Adam Silver said that that announcement will come after the NBA Finals.
We're good on numbers now.
So those two big news items happening today and over the last couple of days. And then Ja Morant's camp claiming that the gun on his Instagram video was a toy gun.
100%, yeah, definitely.
Don't know how. All right, let's take a look at these numbers here from this first half. The score at the break, Nuggets up by 5, 53-48. Nuggets doing a good job of assisting the basketball. He'd have gone a lot of ISO one-on-one basketball. The Nuggets have also dominated this game in the paint. If it wasn't for Bam Adebayo, those numbers would be really ugly for Miami. Nuggets also out-rebounding Miami, 28-21. As far as field goal percentages go, Nuggets pretty cold from three-point range, only 30.8%, 4 of 13, 21-44 from the floor. A lot of their points have come down low in that paint area. And then the Heat, under 40% from the field, under 36% from three. They've certainly struggled a little bit offensively, but both teams have gone in some lulls here, Rolly.
Yeah, and the Heat offense started out pretty solid in that first 4 or 5 minutes of this game, and then missed 8 straight shots before Jimmy Butler ended that streak. And they've just struggled to make shots inside the arc, and it's really been the theme of the series, really, because in Game 1, they shot about 33% from three and 39% and 40% from the field, very similar to the first half numbers from tonight's game. And it's just fascinating to see a team like Denver, who doesn't really have a rim protector. Nikola Jokic is not that good of a defender. And it's just funny to see them struggle inside the arc. I don't know what the deal is for Miami, but they are missing a lot of shots that they probably should be able to make. I specifically look at Jimmy Butler missing about probably 3 or 4 shots from 8 feet, a little floater range in the middle of the paint that he usually makes, and he just has not been able to connect on. So that's been the real issue for the Heat offense. I mean, if you make those 2 or 3 shots from Jimmy that I would say he makes 80% of the time, now the Heat are shooting 44, 45%, and it's much more even ball game. For Denver, they have continued to struggle to shoot the 3, which is rare for them, but they have not hit any three-pointers really throughout this series. They had a good first half of Game 1, but since then they really haven't been able to shoot threes effectively. They are making their shots inside. Chase alluded to the points in the paint for Denver. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic able to get anything they want inside. Those two have had their fingerprints all over this game. And as we shift to individual stats here, Jamal Murray, like I just mentioned, going absolutely brazy here. 20 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 8 of 13 shooting and he has 3 threes. As you just saw on your screen a second ago, the Nuggets have 4 threes as a team, and it's from Bruce Brown, was the only other player to connect on a three-pointer that wasn't Jamal Murray. Murray, he likes to mention that he doesn't get the same respect as other guards in this association. He's certainly showing that he should be getting some of that praise of being a top 5, top 7 point guard in this league, because he's showing up in the biggest moments.
Yeah, he had 15 shots. 15 shot attempts, not makes. 15 shot attempts in that game 2. And the Heat were really doing a great job in game 2 of just not allowing him to get open looks, to even get the basketball, to get shots off. 13 shots already. He's going to have to pace Denver. Nikola Jokic is going to have another big second half because, once again, and this has been the problem in this series, not a lot of contributions from Michael Porter Jr. KCP, where are you? Maybe we see a little bit more from Bruce Brown as compared to MPJ, because he has basically given this team nothing. And for him to be the number 3 for this squad, he simply has to play better. Had a couple of good moments against the Los Angeles Lakers in that second round series, but tonight, only 2 points, 4 shots, 0 of 1 from 3. He's a guy, in my opinion, needs to see one go down or a couple go through early in the game to get that confidence. If not, kind of lacks it. And then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, a big, fat goose egg.
He's just running around out there.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Murray and Jokic, Jokic becoming the 3rd player in NBA Finals history to have a near triple-double in the first half alone of a Finals game, 14, 12, and 7. Tim Duncan, one of the other ones, 5 of 10 from the floor. He started off awesome, and he could not miss from point-blank range in the paint. With that touch, he was able to get whatever he wanted. Then he cooled off just a bit, but he had 18 points in the 3rd quarter of Game 2. Is that second half explosion happening once again, potentially for Denver? Because even in the 4th quarter of that Game 2, he was unstoppable. Unstoppable. And then Bruce Brown with the 5.
Yeah, I mean, you see here, we could cycle through some of the role players for Denver, whether it be Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Jeff Green. Like, they really haven't provided that much. It's really been the two-man show of Jokic and Murray. And I want to point out the stat that was shown on screen from ABC, that when the Nuggets had 45 points, Chase, Jokic and Murray combined, or I guess accounted for, 40 of the 45 points, whether it be assisting or actually making the shot. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray have had their fingerprints and really whole hands on this Nuggets game. And listen, those two are one of the best duos in the NBA. There's a reason why their pick and roll action is the most effective play in all of basketball analytically over the last season. And that's the reason why they're the number 1 team in the West and in the NBA Finals. But I don't think it's that sustainable. Two guys can take you there, but you're going to need contributions in order to win the NBA Finals. It's the reason why the Heat are here. Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, adding to what Jimmy and Bam have done all postseason. But I don't think Jokic and Murray can continue to combine and account for 90% of the Nuggets offense and them win games in this series, especially on the road. Someone for this Nuggets team is going to have to step up and be that consistent 3rd guy. Will it be Michael Porter Jr., who's getting paid like that 3rd guy? Will it be an Aaron Gordon, who has had some big moments in this series? Or will it be someone off the bench like Bruce Brown? But someone for Denver has to get going outside of Murray and Jokic.
Yeah, look, we talked about it after Game 2 in the postgame. You have to get contributions elsewhere, especially in that last game when Jamal Murray was defended so well. This game he's going off. Jokic is playing excellent ball. Imagine what the Nuggets could look like if other players were contributing. And once again, we're looking at a Nuggets team that is being bothered defensively by Miami. 53 points. That is very, very rare for them. Eduardo Rodriguez saying in the comment section, why y'all don't ask for subs and donations at the same time? Well, please subscribe and donate to the show if you want to, and do it for Eduardo as well. To Jimmy Butler now.
Yeah.
Good sign here from Miami. He was alive in that first half. I thought he tailed off a little bit in that second quarter. In the first quarter, he had 10 points and was really initiating trying to put the biscuit in the basket, is a big second half looming for him. I think Miami might need that tonight.
Yeah, they'll need it, and I think they'll get it. To me, Jimmy Butler, even though he has 14 points, which is the most he's had in this series in the first half through 3 games now, he's 6 of 16, which isn't great. I'm not going to sugarcoat it that way, but I feel is that he is getting a lot of shots that he wants, and he's missed a couple push shots with his right hand right in front of the basket and center of the paint from 5 to 10 feet that I would say he makes 80-90% of the time. And if he makes those 3 shots that I am strictly remembering right now, he's 9 of 16 from the field, and he's got 20 points, and we're talking about a Heat lead right now. So I don't think I'm that worried when it comes to Jimmy Butler. I think he's done the right things for actually looking for a shot, because I always get on him for being too passive, being the guy who wants to get his teammates involved too much, but like, man, you're the best player on the team. You have to get your shot and get to the rim, because then that will open up opportunities for your teammate. So I think Jimmy has done all the right things and what is necessary for the Heat to win this game and go up 2-1. Just got to convert on a couple more easy shots, and I think the Heat will be all right. Bam Adebayo has played tremendous for Miami. He is a pair of fouls, something to note, but 13 points and 10 rebounds. Once again, I think what you want to hone in on when you talk about what Jimmy and Bam have done in this game so far is that the raw box score numbers are good. They're fine. It's what you want to see, but just the efficiency isn't what it should be and what it is usually.
Right.
Like Bam is a 55% shooter from the field in the regular season. Obviously, you expect those numbers to decrease a little bit in the postseason, but Bam is not a 41.7% shooter. He's missed a couple layups where I feel like he should have made it. And like I just said with Jimmy Butler, Bam makes those 2 layups where he should, or he shouldn't have missed, and he's 7 of 12, and now you're talking about a different ball game. So I like what Bam and Jimmy have done. They've been aggressive. They've been impactful both defensively and offensively, looking for their own shots as well as creating for others. They just need to hit a couple more bunnies that they're more than capable of hitting and what they do on a daily basis, and the Heat will be just fine.
Dat Boy Jay said, bro, this is boring. The refs are getting paid in Miami. I don't think it was a boring first half. I thought it was an entertaining first half in which both teams were flip-flopping, riding the seesaw back and forth. I think what you ask for in a finals game is for it to be close. Now, I will say that with 2 primarily American teams that aren't in major markets in Denver and Miami, the television ratings for this series probably aren't going to capture the attention of a lot of people across the country as compared to last year when you had Steph Curry and the Warriors going for another title against the Boston Celtics, who were going for their 17th championship. But for basketball fans out there, I do believe this has been an entertaining series, and it's one that I think is going to continue to be close, hard-fought, and go back and forth between 2 very, very good teams of contrasting styles. Caleb Martin with the 8. Good to see him after he was sick in Game 2 and didn't do much in Game 1, as I only think he had 1 field goal, kind of revive himself a little bit. Really crafty with a couple of the plays around the rim and a couple of 3-pointers as well. If you're having fun and you're ready for this second half, our audience getting all the way up to 6,000 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. This is NBA Now by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. He's Nic Rohloff. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Our NBA free agency coverage will be live well before ESPN and other outlets. We'll be longer, much more than those other outlets as well. And our analysis, we go more in depth than anybody. We know ball. So make sure you subscribe to the show. There's a big reason why we're closing in on 338,000 subscribers. It's because the people tend to like what we do, and that's why we feel blessed by all of that. So Ken said, salute Nick and Chase. Thank you so much. And we're getting ready for the second half to get underway here.
And continue to let us know if you're just tuning in or have been tuned in now that we have a half down, who you got in Game 3, H for the Heat, N for the Nuggets. Continue to flood that comment section.
So Nuggets will start with the rock. They'll move left to right offensively. Jokic will get things started by burying a 16-foot jumper. And the Nuggets go up by 7. I believe that's their largest lead of the game at this point.
I believe you are correct. I think both teams really haven't had a lead more than 5 points each way.
Strus for 3 from the right wing. Back iron, no good. Aaron Gordon pulls down the rebound. Cross-court pass to Jokic. Goes to Gordon in the corner. Spins off Vincent. Attacks that mismatch. Shot rattles out. Bad luck there for Gordon.
And that's the switch that the Heat were getting killed by in Game 1 that they eliminated in Game 2. Don't want to see that if you're the Heat early here in the second half. You just can't allow Aaron Gordon to be switched on to Gabe Vincent or Max Strus because they are just simply too little to guard Gordon. Heat get lucky and in and out wide open jumper.
Michael Porter Jr. whistled for the foul defensively, so that'll halt action here for a second.
Heat fans, we've been stuck at 59 likes for a while here. If we get to 70, I'll take a shot at tequila. I'm feeling frisky. Like the video.
Kevin Love up top to Strus. Strus, he'll drive. He's put the ball on the floor too much for my liking tonight. Missed the layup. Good defense by Jokic, protecting the rim. Michael Porter Jr. for 3. No good. It was halfway down and lipped out.
Couple in and out shots for Denver. Easily could be a 8 or a 10-point game, or 12-point game, I should really say.
Butler will back down Porter. Into the corner to Strus. Airmailed that.
Whoa. Two bad misses by Max Strus. One that almost hit backboard first, and then one that I think airmailed by like 5 feet. Strus off to a rough start in the third quarter.
Jokic thought about a 3. He'll put it on the deck. Alley-oop to Gordon. Tipped it in. Thought Jokic was going to go up for the floater last second, though. Directed that pass to Gordon's direction.
Heat offense off to a rough start here in the third quarter. Some rough shots here early.
Butler now has it. Stripped by Murray. Can the Nuggets run continue? Murray to KCP for 3. That's no good. Murray somehow with the rebound. Couple of bodies hit the deck. Jump ball now.
Jamal Murray holding his thumb now. Something we got to keep our eye on. Shakes it off, says he's good.
It's on the right hand too.
Yeah, seems to have got tangled up with someone inside getting that board. Man, the Nuggets have had 3 shots now go in and out where this could be a 15-point game if they fall rather than rattling in and out.
KCP knows that he missed that opportunity as well. Paul with the $2 super chat. I can finally take another sip of my drink as they tip it up right at the free throw line on the end of the Nuggets. Denver gets it. Nice pass from Murray to Gordon, who dunks it home. Erik Spoelstra quick to call the timeout. Largest lead of the game. Denver up by 11, 59-48. Paul, 5-4-8-6. Hit that thumbs up button. Go Heat. Thank you, Paul. Cheers to you. And to whoever sends in a super chat. Cheers to you.
Nuggets off to a 6-0 run to start this third quarter. Heat offenses looked horrible to start the second half. Bad misses by Max Strus. Both open shots just looked horrible coming out of his hand, and they've been unable to play good defense as the Nuggets are really 3 for 6 from the field, but easily could be 6 of 6. He'd have gotten lucky. They've gone in and out. But while we are in this TV timeout, we'll ask you to subscribe to both the Heat Report and the Chat Sports channel at the Heat Report. We are at 1,235 subscribers. Hit that sub button. We're on the road to 1,300. If we get there tonight, I'll take a shot at tequila. I know we have a lot of fans in both the Heat chat and the main Chat Sports chat, so I'm going to throw the sub link in there. If we hit 1,300 subscribers, I will take a shot at tequila. We'll be here for all off-season Miami Heat rumors. Listen, I had to do everything in my power not to talk about what happened earlier today when Damian Lillard went on a little podcast and said that a Miami Heat trade could be possible this offseason. But we're worried about the NBA Finals, but you better make sure when this series is over and we're in off-season mode, we're talking everything Miami Heat when it comes to either Damian Lillard trade rumors, free agency rumors, or draft rumors. Continue to hit that sub button.
What would that even look like?
A Damian Lillard trade
for Miami?
I've already mapped out what the trade
Tyler
would be.
Hero has to be in it, right?
It would be Tyler Hero. It would be Caleb Martin. It would be last year's first-round pick, Nikola Jokic, who I am very bullish on.
I like him. Yeah.
But I think he's a decent piece in a trade, and then you'd have to send probably all available first-round picks in a trade, and you have 3 available, 1 this year and 2 future first-round picks. You'd send 3 first-round picks, Hero, Caleb Martin, and Jovic for Damian Lillard. I've gotten some pushback from Heat fans on Twitter that wouldn't be a good idea, but I got to be honest, a Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, Bam trio would move mountains, and people talk about the Heat losing depth because of that trade, but here's my thing, Chase, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree, but you basically lose Gabe Vincent, but you're replacing him with Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
So your point guards are now Kyle Lowry and Damian Lillard. So the only 2 people you lose in depth are not Nikola Jokic, because he didn't even play in this rotation.
Exactly, yeah.
So you're not really accounting for losing him from this team. You're only losing Martin and Hero. And to me, Martin would be a tough loss. Hero, though, I love Tyler Hero more than anyone, but you're getting Damian Lillard. Come on. I don't think really 2 rotational players is something losing sleep over when it comes to acquiring Damian Lillard.
Yeah. Thuong Nguyen sent us a super chat a while ago. I'm just seeing it now. It's the $1 super chat. First time super chatter. So Thuong Nguyen, thank you so much for that, my guy. You are the man. And I'm not sure where you're watching from. First time super chatter. Thank you so much for that donation.
Shout out. Shout out to him or her. I don't know. Well, let's see how the Heat respond out of this timeout. Off to a rough start here in the third quarter, and it starts quickly by Jimmy Butler getting a nice little baseline floater. The Heat are finally on the board in the second half.
So nice little run there for Denver, 59-50. Butler ends that spell. Turnover Nuggets. Strus gets the steal to Butler. Layup. Got it. So Erik Spoelstra called that timeout, and the Heat respond with 4 quick points. They cut it back to 7.
That was all because of a miscommunication from Murray and Jokic in the pick and roll, which you don't see often.
Jokic, pump fake for 3, then drives, finger roll, good.
Got to be honest, you're Bam there. I know you're trying to catch back up.
Stay on your feet.
Yeah, you don't want to overcommit to a Jokic pump fake 3. He's a good 3-point shooter, but I'm not losing sleep over him taking a 3-pointer.
No. Butler to Bam. Quick pull up on that trigger. Got it. Adebayo, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 61-54. He's 6 of 13 from the deck. Gordon from the high post to Jokic. Top of the key now. Pump fakes. Love guarding him. Off-balance jumper from the free throw line. Looking like Dirk Nowitzki. Cashes it home.
That is what makes Jokic so unguardable. Love played good defense there, but he couldn't do anything about that shot.
20, 12, and 8 for Jokic. Butler from the elbow. No good. Nuggets' largest lead is 11. They can get back there with the deuce. Murray, quick turnaround. Weird-looking shot. Got his rebound, then laid it up.
Got to be honest, that's unacceptable effort from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Something you don't say about Jimmy often, but he played good defense on Murray and then ball watched as the ball went in the air. That just cannot happen.
Butler now has it baseline. Nearly stepped out of bounds. Tiptoed that line. One-on-one against Jokic. Kick out pass K-Love. And Kevin Love buries it from 25.
Love a historically good three-point shooter, struggling this year, only shot about 27% from 3. Hits a big one there for Miami.
His second 3 of the night. Murray guarded by Vincent. Let's see if he attacks this. Now Bam switches on to him.
Oh, you can't do this.
Jokic guarded against Vincent, and that's going to be easy money as he deposits too.
I mean, you just can't allow Jokic to get switched on to Gabe Vincent. Unacceptable.
Looks like the Nuggets wanted that from the jump. Vincent back to Adebayo. Shot clock at 11. Hand off to Vincent. He'll take a 3. That's no good. Jokic rebound. Maybe could have jumped up on the curb, but that vertical. Murray guarded by Butler now. Step back jumper. As Adebayo switched on to him, Michael Porter Jr. and Vincent, they're going to duke it out for that loose change, and they'll jump it up.
I don't know if I don't know how it's not a foul when someone's on the back of someone else and then reaches across to grab the ball. Bear hugging to grab the ball, to me, that's a foul. What do I know?
Man, Jokic is special. His game's going to age well because he's never relied on athleticism or quickness.
And he never will.
Wow, the Heat win the jump ball.
Wasn't it Gabe Vincent and Michael Porter Jr.?
Yes.
How is that even possible?
Wow, that's a surprise. The little man could. Love, another three. This time he misses. Porter Jr. tried to save the basketball. He saved it to Kevin Love. Only problem is Kevin Love's on the other team. Shot clock at 5. Butler maneuvering. Out to Love. Love, 3. Ugly.
Missed 2 straight threes from Kevin Love. That's why he's been a 27% three-point shooter. Just does not have the same stroke that he used to have.
Murray. Off the DHO from Gordon. To Jokic. Jokic lofts a pass to Gordon. Good help defense from Love. I think the foul occurred prior to the putback.
Yeah, I don't know if they're saying it's shooting, and it looks like they will call it shooting foul. And Chase, what we've seen here in the second half so far when it comes to X's and O's is that the Heat have some reason gone back to their original game plan of switching everything.
Yeah.
And just like in the first half of game 1 in this series, the Nuggets are torching Miami's defense, getting whatever shot they want because of switches, as Aaron Gordon misses the first free throw.
He misses it again.
I don't understand why the Heat are switching everything because you just simply can't guard Aaron Gordon with Gabe Vincent. It makes no sense what Miami's doing right now.
Especially with the mismatches that the Nuggets can target. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Gordon's been awful at the line tonight. This time he splits the pair. 68-57. Largest lead of the game has been 11 for Denver. They're at 11 right now. So twice at that 11-point threshold. Shot clock at 10. Heat nearly give it up. Butler got it, though. Out to Strus. Strus from the free throw line, short. Aaron Gordon, another rebound. He's been active off the glass tonight. Well, back down Strus. Double team, though. Out to Murray. Murray guarded by Adebayo. Jokic again on Gabe Vincent. He'll spin off him to KCP. Shot clock at 7. Does Murray want to hunt Adebayo? Sidestep 3. No good. Michael Porter Jr. rebound. Good block by Strus. The putback no good. Tip-in is good. Was that Jokic or Aaron Gordon? I'm not really sure.
Aaron Gordon, and I think Erik Spoelstra should call another timeout because what I've been seeing from the Miami Heat is laughable and embarrassing.
It's a lackluster effort as Jimmy Butler buries the 3 from the right wing. That was much needed.
This second half has been horrible for Miami. Bad offense and even worse defense.
70-60. Approaching 4 to go. Jokic, a rare 3. Bang! It's good. Nikola Jokic with the trifecta. Nuggets back up by 13. Butler from the right wing. Now at the free throw line. Good patience to Bam. Blocked by Jokic.
Just bad offense from Miami, even worse defense. I don't know what they did at halftime because whatever they talked about, not even close to being executed. Let's say that.
But we know this Heat team, they're cool with being down double digits heading into the 4th. But still some time here on the clock to cut into this lead. Just over 4 minutes left in this third. Lowry checks in. Caleb Martin checks in as Gabe Vincent will take a 3 from that corner off the inbounds play. Looked as though that was the design, but he can't convert. Jokic to Bruce Brown. He and Christian Brown just checked in. Bounce pass to Jokic. He'll back down Lowry. Gets double teamed. Rip through move. Fouled by Lowry.
Why on earth? Like, this feels...
It's weird. Yeah,
the
it is
most
weird.
frustrating thing I have ever watched in my entire life. The Heat are just consistently switching, and Jokic has been defended by Vincent and Lowry more than Bam Adebayo in this second half, and I am ready to throw my head through a wall trying to watch this defense match up.
Wall's right behind you. Super chat, anybody?
I do not understand, as Jokic misses a rare free throw, why the Heat continue to switch these screens. I don't get it. Jokic is 5 for 5 from the field and has 11 points in this third quarter.
It's weird.
And I'm not surprised because he's a 7-footer at 250 pounds getting guarded by 6-footers at 170 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So Adebayo quick to push the tempo here. It'll go back out to Lowry. Lowry bounce pass to Butler. Good dish there. Butler from the baseline. Able to hit. 74-62. Approaching 3 minutes left here in the third. Zeller about to check in. Brown comes off the screen, guarded by Butler. Quick to give it up to Jokic, who gives it back to Brown. Brown knocked away.
Look what happens when they don't switch guards on the
seriously.
big man. They get a stop.
Adebayo to Lowry. Lowry, he'll try his hand at a three. Nearly got the shooter's roll. Another Jokic rebound. I believe that's a triple-double already for the Joker. Now Gordon backs down Lowry. Double team comes over to Christian Brown. Got a couple guys in the air. Finishes amongst traffic. 6 points off the bench there for the rookie first-round pick out of Kansas. 14-point lead for Denver. That's their largest. 44 points in the paint. 24 for Miami. It was 30-20 at the break. So 14-4 so far in this third. Points in the paint, the edge with Denver. Gabe Vincent off the glass. Good defense, Christian Brown. Just over 2 to go in the third. KCP scoreless. Can he end that here? He does. And it's a 16-point Nuggets lead. Now Erik Spoelstra calls the timeout. Couple of possessions later than what Roley wanted.
And the Heat now trail by 16 because a horrific third quarter where they forgot how to play offense and they have played abysmal defense. Nuggets offense doing whatever it wants right now and really should be more because they've missed so many easy shots to where this could easily be a 24-point game because of bad Miami Heat play.
Yeah, honestly, best case scenario here for Miami is the fact that the Nuggets are still kind of struggling with some of their complementary players to hit shots. Because if they did and were, this could be an even uglier deficit right now for the Heat.
You know, Chase, 2 minutes to go. We have a lot of people watching, almost 6,000 total between the Heat Report and Chat Sports Live. I want to know where everyone is watching from right now. Spam it down below in each comment section. Where are you guys watching from? I want to hear, could it be in Australia? Could it be in the United States? If it's in the United States, you can name your city. If you're in Australia, name whatever city you're in there. Just let us know where you're watching from.
London, Miami, Philippines, Brooklyn, Florida, Jamaica, Atlanta, Argentina, Cincinnati, Japan, San Diego, New York City, Canada, Michigan, West Palm, Haiti, Spanish, Utah, California, Sarasota, Texas, that's where we are, Africa, Cambodia, Toronto, Manila, Philippines, North Korea, Cap, Philippines, Kentucky, Buffalo, Dublin, Georgia, Belize, Singapore, Quebec, Denver, I was born in Littleton, Singapore, Belize again, Los Angeles, ESPN front office. How do you like our stream? Vietnam, Philippines, Tulsa, South Carolina, Bora Bora, New Jersey, South Carolina, Baltimore, India.
And
People watch it from everywhere.
And Chase, on the Heat report, we got Renzo in South Carolina, Brian Gonzalez in Miami Lakes. We also got Tim P in Cincinnati, Benjamin Castleman watching from Texas, J-Boy Vibes in Louisiana, NY for Life in Illinois, Samuel Clemens in Fort Town, Southwest Florida, a.k.a. Fort Myers, a legendary spot that I frequently visit. Axie in Sunrise, Riley Shea in New York. Tamar Bowles is watching from J. Cole. Okay.
J. Cole the rapper?
Does that mean you are in Charlotte? I'm pretty sure he's from Charlotte. I'm Antonio from Illinois. Punch Dark says L.I. J-Boy says the Cajun State. Absolutely. Tamar in New Jersey. So not J. Cole. J. Cole, one of my favorite rappers, though.
J. Cole has bars.
I love J. Cole. He just is a legendary figure as well in the hip-hop community. All right, play is back.
Here we go. Duncan Robinson in the game. Butler gets the feed. He's fouled, so now he'll toe the line.
Crimsdad says, I feel like Miami is playing at their best, but Denver can still hit another level. I would disagree with that fact where can Denver hit another level? Probably. But I don't think Miami has played even close to their A game. I would consider this game for Miami right now like a C-.
Yeah.
I mean, they are not getting really any contributions from players like Max Strus or Duncan Robinson thus far. Kyle Lowry's been all right. It's really just been Jimmy and Bam, and that's been the main issue with a couple contributions from Caleb Martin. Jimmy Butler did miss his first free throw, which is a shock, and Jimmy tends to miss free throws in the second half. I don't know what it is, but if it's the late in the fourth quarter, he won't miss them.
Second free throw, he connects. 15-point game, so largest lead of the ball game so far, Denver by 16. It was 78-62, now 78-63. Jokic, great pass from Murray, teardrop off the mark, and then it goes out of bounds off the knee of Jokic. Miami Heat basketball.
I think Cody Zeller got a little piece of that ball, a little block. Jokic gets it back, and then Lowry swipes it, and it goes off his leg.
Lowry. Cross court to Martin. Martin will drive to Zeller. Miscommunication there.
I got to be honest, the fact that he plays him still,
it's weird.
Erik Spoelstra plays Cody Zeller still.
Who else would play,
coaching
though?
Malpractice, and I got to be honest, it's the only time in my entire life where I'm like, well, I don't know what Spo's doing, and I feel like I would be doing a better job than Spoelstra.
You're just thin.
Because Cody Zeller cannot play.
Would you rather have Dwayne Dedman still?
They're the same player.
Christian Brown, 8 points off the bench now. Nice little cut through the lane. And he took the dime, laid it up. 8 points in 13 minutes for the rookie. Now he has a steal. Coast to coast, yams it home. Christian Brown, the rook, up to double digits. And the Nuggets lead up to 19. Lowry, pump fake into the corner. Robinson, three. Good. Duncan Robinson and the Heat needed that one. 82-66.
Oh, man.
30 seconds left here in this third. Murray to Green into the corner. Brown again off the side of the backboard. Got the rebound, though. Effort from the Heat. A little bit questionable here in this third. Bruce Brown. Into the corner to Jeff Green. Back to Brown. Shot clock violation. Good defensive stand there from Miami.
You know, if Miami can get a bucket here or hit a three, either way, cut this lead to 14-13. I think this game is still manageable to come back from, but man, tough third quarter for the Heat. It's really, really grinded my gears, I'll say that. Brian Gonzalez, why can't we be like the 2013 Heat? Well, you're missing the second best player of all time and the third best shooting guard of all time. So I think that might be the reason.
Yes.
I'll love Brian, though. I'm just saying, disappointing.
Shot clock unplugged. Game clock at 7. Butler has it. Guarded by Murray. He'll drive baseline. Bunny, cash. 26 for Butler.
Is that true? Jimmy had 12 in that quarter? It's got to be the
silent 12.
That's got to be the quietest 12 points I've ever seen from Jimmy Butler in one single quarter.
Jokic with 26 and 17, Murray with 22 and 8. And outside of Jimmy Butler, Bam's been good. Everybody else, not great for Miami.
Crimsdad, we'll get to your super chat in a second, but you know what it is? It is fourth quarter time. So put up those fours and spam those fours. Get them flooded in each comment section. I'll get it going on the Heat Report. Chase will get it going on Chat Sports. Spam those fours. Let's get that fourth quarter comeback brewing by spamming those fours if you're on the Heat Report.
Bodie, and I'm doing well. And to take a look at some of the numbers there. So let's see. Miami only had 20 points in that third quarter. Nuggets outscored them by 9. And the Nuggets right now, paced by their two studs, Nikola Jokic, 26 points. He's a plus 16, 10 of 16 shooting, 17 rebounds, 9 assists. So he's 1 assist away from that triple-double. He's going to get it. 1 block for him. And then Jamal Murray, who had 15 shots all of Game 2, has 17 shots, 22 points, 3 of 6 from 3. What's wild about this game is that Denver is up 82-68, but they have hit just 5 threes, and 3 of those threes are from Murray.
They are just killing the Heat inside the paint right now.
So Jokic and Murray have 48 points of the Nuggets 82. And then, Jimmy Butler up to 26 points. Silent 12 in that third quarter for sure. I'm going to fill up my water here, Rolly. You want to take it away?
Yeah, I'll give some shout-outs here for everyone spamming for after that quarter ended. We got J-Boy Vibes, Riley Shea, Samuel Clemens, Vengeance. I am Vengeance. J-Boy continues to spam those fours, what I like to see. I'm Antonio did. GR did. John Borelli, of course, did. Brian Gonzalez did. Benjamin did. I'm Antonio. Jose. NY for Life. J-Boy. C-Note checking in. What's up, C-Note? Real one alert. Johnny. Benjamin. We got Demarius. Kevin. Jonathan. Jex. Derek, Andrea, Jamin, Nuggets, win, says 4. Tej, Scott Shaver, Andrea, Vincent, Justin, William, J-Dudes, Gabo. NY for Life, I just talk hoops, man. I just talk hoops. Carter, Bodine, keep on spamming those fours. Keep on spamming those fours. But let me give a quick little super chat shout out to Crimsdad saying, Rolly, only reason why I'm watching these finals are because of you. Well, shout out to you, Crimsdad. I appreciate you tuning in and supporting him. I saw Tamar Bowles as well said, at least I'm not the only Knicks fan watching this too. Yeah, shout out to you guys. You guys are real ones. I love all of y'all. Hopefully I'll see you guys again during the regular season when the Knicks start playing again. But here's a little sip for you. We are back at action. Bam has it on the first possession. Kicks to the Duncan Robinson in the corner. Swings to the Lowry. Swung to Vincent, who is fouled by Bruce Brown. And that is how we get underway here in the fourth quarter.
6,000 people kicking it with us here. For those of you who haven't subscribed, do so right now. NBA coverage is really going to pick up even after the NBA Finals. Why? Draft free agency coming up. 350 people away from 338,000 subscribers. Let's go. Hit that sub button right now. And if we get there tonight, chugging some of the drink. Let's get there. Come on.
You said 350 away, Chase?
Yes, sir. Heat inbound. Duncan Robinson to Kyle Lowry is blocked by Jokic with the shot clock bleeding. Murray far side now. Nuggets looking to put the early dagger in Miami, but the Heat, the comeback kids. Murray double team, gives it up to Jokic, stolen by Vincent, outlet to Adebayo. He's going to go to the line as Bruce Brown was streaking down floor to foul him.
Great play by Gabe Vincent. They trap Jamal Murray on the pick and roll. Vincent helps over and gets the steal on the pass to Jamal Murray. And something that is to note here early in this fourth quarter is that the Nuggets have already committed 2 fouls, 1 minute in. So if the Heat want to come back in this game, Bam is one could head to the line here, but they've already forced the Nuggets to commit 2 fouls. So they're already 2-3 fouls away from entering the bonus. Bam Adebayo hits the first free throw. And if you're able to get into the bonus, you're just able to get points that you weren't able to before because you're able to head to the charity stripe more often. That could be a big key in the Heat coming back in this game.
Dirty Kitchen. You guys can't even post the box score. We just went over the numbers right after the third quarter, and we go through the box score all throughout the broadcast. Bam Adebayo, 2-2 from the free throw line, 82-70. So Miami within striking distance here. On the floor for Denver, Bruce Brown, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Jeff Green, and Nikola Jokic. On the floor for Miami, Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, Bam, and Kyle Lowry. Shot clock at 7. Jokic, one-legged floater off the mark, but he got his own rebound. Shot clock resets to 14. Nice pass from Murray to Brown, and he was fouled before he rose up and got fouled on the dunk attempt. He's got some bunnies.
Yeah, Brown does have some bunnies. And that's just disappointing if you're the Miami Heat there. Nikola Jokic takes a floater from about 12 feet, and he comes up short. And it's like Jokic misses one of those shots. You got to take advantage of that, and they could not corral the rebound. Disappointing there. You got to finish those possessions if you want to win this game.
Jamal Murray, he'll drive on Martin, sticks a mid-range Jimmy, 84-70. Back up to 14. Vincent, wrap around pass to Lowry, into the lane. Adebayo, pump fake, blocked.
He wanted a foul call, doesn't get it.
Murray, pass tipped out of bounds. Yes. So shot clock will be at 19 here. The block
It's a tough angle. I couldn't
was on
tell.
Bruce Brown. Tough to see if it was a foul or not.
Couldn't see if he got ball or if he got hand there.
Brown will inbound to Brown. He'll drop it off for Jokic. Floater, easy money.
I just don't understand how you lose track of Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, he's wide
Christian Brown can drive by you and drop it off to Nikola Jokic, who's wide open.
Robinson to Lowry. Shot clock at 11. Lowry bounces it to Adebayo. Lost that touch from the mid-range. Trying to find it. 16-point game, under 10 to go here in the game. Murray swarmed and double-teamed to Christian Brown. And there's going to be an away from the ball foul. Christian Brown tried to go to Jeff Green, but he was held down. Duncan Robinson going to get whistled for the personal. One eye. How many points does Jokic have? He is up to 28 points, 20 boards, 9 dimes. That stat line for Dirty Kitchen. 86-70, 9:30 left.
Wait, what'd you call it?
His name was Dirty Kitchen.
Oh,
the guy
okay.
was like,
I thought you
no
were calling
box
a
score.
triple-double.
There you go. No.
A triple-double.
He's
Dirty
been
Kitchen.
dirty tonight, though.
And I was like, what?
And he's been getting hot in the kitchen. Christian Brown, pump fake, thought about taking the 3 from the corner. Instead goes to Jokic. Jokic fouled on the jumper.
I got to be honest. I'm starting to get sick of Nikola Jokic flopping, and he's borderline going to, you might hate this little subtle jab, going to Joel Embiid levels of flopping. I mean, this is ridiculous. Does he get contacted a lot? Sure. Does he deserve to fall as far and hard as he did? Absolutely not.
Yeah, Butler was shaking his head.
And I'm starting to get sick of NBA refs giving foul calls because Nikola Jokic just flops like a fish all over the court.
Crim's dad, another super.
Crim's dad. showing some love once again. I have to go some. Oh, I see what you're doing there. All right, Crim's dad.
Well done.
All right, Crim's dad.
Well done. He thinks it's over. Is it Jover?
This game certainly feels that way.
16-point game, 9:19 left.
I just can't believe how bad the Heat played in the second half at home of their first NBA Finals game in nearly 8 years. Not nearly.
In?
9 years.
9? 2013?
2014, technically. Just bad defense, bad second half game plan from Miami. Something that I really didn't think I'd have to say when it comes to not Nikola Jokic, Erik Spoelstra led team.
So Jokic puts the Nuggets up 18. That's their largest lead of the ball game. Lowry double teamed, still got it to go off the glass. Kyle Lowry.
Tough bucket.
Pulls the Heat within 16. Under 9 to go. Murray guarded by Martin. Takes the screen from Jokic. Bam comes over on the double team. Good pass from Murray to Christian Braun. Hooping the harm. Going to go to the line to try to finish off and dust off the three-point play.
Is this just me or I don't really understand. I feel like there's been a lot of soft foul calls in this game.
Yeah, there has been.
Maybe that's
for a
just
finals
me.
game. For a finals game.
Maybe it's just me because of the Heat, but I don't really see where the foul is. Sure, maybe a leg tap. I don't get how that's a foul in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, especially when he makes it. It's one of those where if he misses it, maybe you call it. Classic officiating there. Christian Braun, free throw. So what a development here that Michael Porter Jr. on the bench, Christian Braun really stepping in off the pine. Another miss for Miami. Nuggets have numbers. Braun into the lane again. What a performance for the rookie. 21st overall pick out of Kansas, 3-time state champ in high school in Kansas. And he's having himself a whale of a game here in this game 3.
And that will put the finishing touches on this one. I know there's still
He went right up Butler's head.
almost 8 minutes left in this game, but this one seems to be over. I don't know if the Heat can come back from 21 in 8 minutes. But hey, let us know what your thoughts are. If you think the Heat can come back and win this game, spam your H's in the chat. If you think the Nuggets, will hold on to this game and go up 2-1, type your N's. We'll give shout-outs to everyone answering our Who Ya Got question in the chat. We got Derry Clip saying N. Kevin typing his N's. Emmanuel typing his N's. Kevin, Adi, Vincent, all saying N's. We got Addy actually saying Miami Heat, or M for Heat maybe. Elazar saying Nuggets. Justin Stewart saying Nuggets. Personal Coach saying Nuggets. J-Boy Vibes is spamming his ends. Brian Gonzalez is also saying, obviously, Nuggets. Amir Last, a real one, sticking with the Heat. Punch Dark also still riding with the Heat. Some optimism from them. And Johnny spamming their Heat. William typing his Heat as well. Very interesting to still see some Heat fans having confidence in their team to potentially come back here. Paradomics typing their N. Wean, Joseph, Bomb, all spamming N. Thanks for getting active in the comment section. Brian Gonzalez says, worst loss this finals. Well, there's only been 2. So obviously the one with 20 points is going to be the worst one. Bill, one of the realest of the reals, sending in, sorry, Rolly, I think you're cooked. For this game, I think so too.
We just got a Tyler Hansborough in the chat. What a name.
For this series, I actually still have faith here because I predicted Heat in 7, and I think that's still a real possibility here. Because if the Heat win Game 4, which I am going to fully expect them to do, and now it's a 2-2 series going to Denver, you lose Game 5, sure. But you win Game 6 in Miami again, and then now you're talking Game 7, 2 best words in sports, in Denver, anything's on the table there. And I actually would kind of believe the Heat would win a Game 7 in Denver if it got that far.
Quakabi, what adjustments has Denver made tonight? I don't know if they've really made any adjustments. I will say a couple of developments have taken place where Jamal Murray didn't really get a lot of good looks in that game too. Tonight he has 10 of 18, 24 points. And Nikola Jokic has been outstanding once again. 30 points, 20 rebounds, 9 assists. So he's 1 assist away from yet another triple-double. I think that something that's interesting, and I wonder if this translates to Game 4. Are we going to see less Michael Porter Jr. and more Christian Braun, who's coming off the bench? He's 7 of 8 from the floor, 15 points, high-level defense. And Michael Porter Jr. has been bad once again because Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was only giving you 1 field goal. Michael Porter Jr., 1 field goal. Combined, those two are 2 of 11. And Denver's only hit 5 threes. So it's really the 1-2 punch as Kyle Lowry hits a 25-foot three-pointer, 93-75. So I'm not sure a bunch of adjustments have taken place. I think that the Nuggets have hunted a lot of switches, I guess.
Yeah, and that's my number one difference there is that the Heat defense went back to their switching style that they didn't really do in Game 2, and the Nuggets just targeted every switch and were able to score almost every time.
Lowry, another 3, misses. Adebayo, rebound, then he's fouled by Jokic.
I will say this here, and I did just call this game over, but if the Heat were able to hit a 3 here, Kyle Lowry hit one out of the timeout, say they hit another one, it's a 15-point game with 7.5 to go. It's not completely over, I suppose, but
John Borelli, another 5 soup.
Yeah, maybe that's just me being optimistic. Here is the Borelli Super Chat, embarrassing how Brown is schooling you. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Need to be better in Game 4. Completely agree. I think the Heat have just been very sloppy and borderline lethargic here in the second half.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can be lethargic and not energized at home in the second half of a pivotal Game 3 in the damn NBA Finals. But
Bam misses one from about 12 feet. So Nuggets with an opportunity to go up by 20. Bruce Brown into the lane, off balance, ugly shot. Good defense there from Gabe Vincent. Butler has it in the corner, guarded by Murray. He'll back him down. Shooters around the perimeter if he wants them. Instead, he drops it off for Bam. Bam goes back to Butler. Shot clock at 7. Comes off the screen from Bam. Into the lane, out to Vincent. Vincent, long 3 from 29. No good. Adebayo rebound. Now to Butler. Butler, little sidestep. Can't hit the layup. Adebayo, finally able to put it through. Michael Malone calls a timeout. Team's up by 16. Doesn't want to let it get dicey here. 6:35 left in this fourth quarter. Rolly, you called it over.
I think it's over. 16 points in 6 minutes and 35 seconds to be exact. I don't know how the Heat are going to be able to get enough stops here because here's my thing. Like, the Heat, are they even going to get to 100 points in this game? Unlikely.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are 7 points away. But this is going to be another frustrating thing for me, Chase. And even though I think the Heat's defense in the second half has been bad, you look at the score, and the Nuggets probably aren't going to get to 110 themselves. And I've said that that's the magic number. You hold the Nuggets to under 110 points, and you're going to likely win that game. So it's just very disappointing to see this Heat team, I guess in totality, hold the Nuggets to a respectable points amount and still not even come close because of how bad their offense has been. And I think that's the story of this game, other than some of that bad Heat defense in the third quarter, is that Duncan Robinson hasn't contributed anything. Gabe Vincent's been in foul trouble, really hasn't done anything. The only player that has really contributed anything offensively outside of Jimmy and Bam was that 8-0 Caleb Martin run. But other than that, it's really been nothing.
Yeah.
And it's not great. It's not great. But I will ask you this. Who you got? I just asked you a second ago, but guess what? The Heat go on a mini 5-0 run there to make this, I guess, close again. Close in relative terms. So who you got? N for the Nuggets, H for the Heat.
We are also 233 people away from 338,000 subscribers. Can we get there?
Quick math, 7.
Can we get there?
62. Nailed it.
There you go. So we're closing in here, 338,000 subs with 6,300 people watching live. If you want some great, informative, insightful, and of course entertaining NBA content and coverage, we're going to be live well before ESPN for the NBA draft. We're going to be more insightful and go live well before ESPN for NBA free agency. We'll be doing free agency grades, reacting to all of the signings as they come in. Whatever happens across the NBA, we have a great team here at Chat Sports to keep you in the know with everything. So let's get to 338,000 subscribers tonight. Let's go.
You just mentioned the NBA draft. We're exactly, let's just say 2 weeks away because we're almost at midnight tonight. I am so excited for the NBA draft. I really think this is a good draft class where you can find massive talent, not even outside the lottery. I know most drafts, Chase, people say if you don't have a lottery pick, it's really just a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
And you really like more of not really players that could become stars. I don't think that's the case in this class. I think you could find 24 or 25 guys that have the potential to be superstars in this league. And I do firmly believe that. Someone that like comes up to mind, it's a random tidbit here, someone I'm very high on. G.G. Jackson, freshman out of South Carolina, he's getting buzz of in the 20s, maybe early 30s, and that's like the farthest he'd fall. But I think he just possesses all the talent in the world where he can be a high-level, 3-level scorer in this league. Now, he does have to put a lot of things together, but I think the potential's there.
93-77, approaching the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. We're back. Nuggets have the rock. Murray swarmed defensively. The Heat get a big turnover. Caleb Martin on the other end lays it up and in.
Listen,
so down to a 14-point game.
I've dubbed this team the Comeback Kings. This would take a different meaning to it. 21 points with 8.5 minutes to go. This would be some comeback. But the Heat are on a 7-0 run.
7-0 run for Miami, as Rolly said. Jokic up top, shot clock at 6. Got to get going here. Hands it off to Murray. Long 2. Good.
I mean, Jamal Murray is so effective in the pull-up mid-ranges off of a Jokic handoff or a nice little shovel pass. Murray has just been unbelievable in this game.
Big bucket there from Murray. 95-79. Heat need to answer. Under 6 to go. Butler into the corner to Vincent. Floater off the glass and through. So they got that bucket.
I will say this, Chase. There is a chance the Heat come back, but with 5 minutes and change to go, holy shit, Nikola Jokic has 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists in an NBA Finals game. But it's getting to that point where the Heat almost have to score every time they have the ball.
Yeah. And get stops.
Yeah.
Jokic, handoff to KCP. What a good pass to KCP. Layup off the mark, but he got fouled. He'll go to the line. Good little two-man game there. I don't think the Heat were expecting KCP to dive to the cup, but he did. They got caught off guard.
And I don't think that Jimmy Butler needed to foul KCP there.
No. I don't know if he makes that.
I think if you just put your hands up straight and say, KCP, make a contested layup over my outstretched hands, I think you'll live with that. I don't think he needed to go for the block.
Good pass by Jokic, man.
Caught him with the body a little bit. That's where the foul was.
Good job by KCP to cut to the cup. So good on the first. 4 dribbles. Hits the second free throw. 97-81. Nuggets advantage. Back up to 16. Adebayo to Vincent. Vincent to Martin. Into the corner to Butler. Butler guarded by Gordon. Switches on to Murray. Then finds Lowry, sees the part for Lowry, easy layup, uncontested.
So the Heat's offense is starting to score almost every time, but you can't trade baskets with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. If you want to complete this improbable comeback, you're going to need to force turnovers and get stops.
Murray, KCP, Bruce Brown, Jokic, and Aaron Gordon on the floor for Denver. No Michael Porter Jr. That's a coaching move there from Michael Malone. I agree with it. Jokic backs down Martin. Can't hit.
Rare miss for Nikola Jokic.
Adebayo with the rebound. He can get it back down to 11 with the 3. Lowry dribbles around the floor, lost it. Butler gets it back for 3. Off the back iron. Fight for the loose ball. Goes to KCP.
That one felt like it had to go if you're Miami.
Murray, guarded by Martin, to Jokic. Jokic back to Murray. Shot clock at 10. Murray gets patient to Jokic, who spins off Adebayo. Off-balance shot. He got it to go somehow.
I will say
his body was like this.
He's obviously got soft touch, and it's part of his skill. But it is incredible how many rolls this man gets.
Adebayo misses. A foul after the miss. I believe it's going to be a shooting foul.
No, I actually think they did call shooting foul on Jokic.
On Jokic, yep. He's just so big that even though he's so slow, when he contacts you physically, he's able to create some space. And then in a very Kevin Durant has that high release at 7 foot that you just can't guard. Like Jokic, regardless of where he is, he's so tall and big that he creates that space physically. But then he's able to get shots off with the ball just so high up in the air. And the touch from there is so lethal.
They just showed it on stream, and it was he had hit the side of the rim, and it rolled up and in. Just incredible touch from Nikola Jokic.
Tyler, if the Heat lose, Nick has to do a backflip. If the Nuggets lose, Chase has to twerk on the stream.
Well,
nobody wants to see that, and I don't want to see Rolly get hurt.
And I can guarantee you, if I try to do a backflip, I would not be working for a year because I'd have a broken neck.
Yeah.
With that being said, make sure you do subscribe to the Heat Report. We're live for the NBA Finals tonight. We'll be live for every game going forward this series. We'll also be here all offseason long when it comes to Miami trade rumors, whether it be for Damian Lillard, like it was floated out earlier today. I had a Game 3, or the NBA draft 2 weeks from tomorrow, or free agency 3 weeks away. We'll be here for everything when it comes to NBA and Miami Heat basketball. So hit that sub button. I'm throwing it in both chats because I know there's a lot of Heat fans watching on Chat Sports that aren't subscribed to the Heat Report. So please do so.
And we're also 135 people away from 338,000 subscribers. Can we get there? The bosses texted Rolly and I and said, you won't. Can we prove them wrong? Just like Nick's pitch on the Heat channel, our pitch on Chat Sports, informative, insightful, entertaining NBA coverage. So subscribe. 135 people away. Can we get there before the end of this game as Bam Adebayo misses the free throw as we're officially back? I am not going to twerk on the stream, but what's the shoulder shimmy called?
What? The shoulder shimmy?
What's that called?
Call it the Mardi Gras.
I don't know. Whatever that's called, there you go. Nick do the twerk from Jex.
No chance.
Yeah. Adebayo splits the pair at the line.
The one going 1 for 2 there will officially end this one as Heat fans leave the arena early, which I'm sure they'll get clowned about on Twitter because everybody loves to clown Heat fans leaving early, even though everybody does it when you're getting blown out.
Murray able to lay it high off the glass and in. Good defense, but better offense right there. That was impressive. Tyler, I am outside of your house, Chase. Cool, I'll see you soon. Gabe Vincent banks the 3 off the mark. Murray picks it up. And he's going to get, nope, not 2 more. He missed the layup, then the tip in.
John Borelli, I completely agree. I expect Erik Spoelstra to light a fire into this team in the locker room after the game, because the effort they showed in the second half defensively
Not good.
and offensively has honestly made me want to throw up, and I'm just a fan of the team. Maybe I don't know what it is. Maybe it's hard to say this, Chase, but like,
What a shot.
I don't get it. Like, if I was on the team, I just simply would have given better effort. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. The whole switch thing, if you kept getting burned by the switches and the Nuggets kept hunting them out, then what are you doing continuing to switch? Like, you're already at a disadvantage with your talent. You have to do these things, the little things, correctly. And for a Heat team that usually does, I was confused by that.
Yeah, 15-point game now. This game's just all but over. Just counting down the minutes till we're on to Game 4 Friday night. J-Boy's saying do the floss on stream. Taking it back old school days to the Fortnite days.
Jokic, fade away from the free throw line, too short. Adebayo, no good on the layup, but he got fouled.
I'm glad there was a foul call because my boy Nikola Jokic is set to check in, and I get 2 minutes of Nikola Jokic in the NBA Finals.
Let's go.
And I'll take that.
I'm excited for this.
He's fun to watch or just hypothesize about. Look at him. Not him. Yurtsevin sucks. Jokic, though, 6'10", 6'11". Got a big nose, but handle of a point guard, and he had a nice stroke before coming to the NBA. I only hope that three-point shot can be good, too. Heat are going to fail to get to 100 points. Once again, it's no secret that the game they won, they scored 111. The 2 games they lost, 94, and likely around that same number once again. It's all about hitting shots for Miami, and their shooting percentage was abysmal in this game. Can't wait to look at this.
Adebayo, good from the free throw line there. 101-88. Bam, 22 and 17, but too little, too late. As the Nuggets here, still with Murray, Jokic, Bruce Brown, KCP, and Aaron Gordon on the floor. Murray will give it up to Gordon, but he stepped out of bounds.
If Nikola Jokic does not shoot a 3 or any shot, I am going to be pissed. Bam heading back to the bench here. Looks to be ailing a little bit for something.
Butler's winded too.
Yeah, he's gassed.
Duncan Robinson with the 3. We needed to go to Jokic, even though he hits it. And Michael Malone's going to call a timeout. Hey, 10-point lead. Down to 10.
Now, my question to you, Chase, and I've always wondered this, right? 10-point game, minute 30 left.
Yeah.
We've seen crazier things. Where's
Tracy McGrady?
Reggie Miller, Tracy McGrady, all those type of things. Like, if this bench unit scores like 6 points, like they get a stop, right? Quick 3, stop, quick 3, to 4-point game with like 40 seconds left. Do you put the starters back in, or do you just roll with the
Teams
guys?
usually do that. Yeah, they'll
like
put the starters back in.
I've
But
always
honestly,
been intrigued by that.
I might roll with the Cats who brought me back.
Jovic, Yurtsevin, Caleb Martin, Highsmith, and Duncan Robinson go on a 9-0 run, which it would be, to cut the lead from 13 to 4 in a minute span. What do you do? Do you put in your bench unit or not? But keep on hitting that sub button. Chase, how close are we to 338,000?
Oh, I'll give you another update here. Can we get there tonight? It would be a pretty impressive feat. We're 63 away. 63 away from 338,000 subscribers. Can we get there right now? Let's go. Let's go. We're shooting for it. We're shooting for it.
Let's get there. There's 6,500 people watching. I know for a fact 63 of you guys are not subscribed. Hit that sub button.
Let's go. That'd be more than 1,000 subs on a single watch party. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Spam that sub button. We'll be here all season long for NBA Draft. We have the best coverage in the world for that. So they put Bam back in, which is interesting.
for defensive purposes.
Yeah.
Are they going to try to extend the game here just with fouls and free throws?
I don't know, but I don't know who went back to the bench. It better
Ish
have not
Smith is
been,
on the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Wow.
It better have not been Nikola Jokic who went to the bench. That's all I'm going to say. Has Jeff Green ever won a ring? Cleveland. No, that wasn't the year Cleveland won.
Yeah, that was not the year that Cleveland won.
No.
No.
I feel like he's one of those players that needs a ring. You know what I mean?
He needs a ring.
It's like one of the best role players of all time.
Yeah. Heart surgery survivor.
Right.
Personal coach. Those are the rules. You already know. Come on.
We
Can
there?
we get to 338,000 subs? We got there! I said I'd crack my next drink if we did. As Jamal Murray at the line puts the Nuggets up 103-91. 43 minutes for Murray, 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists for him. As Duncan Robinson will take another 3 and he connects. 122 left, down to 9. Ball nearly stolen by Miami. Offensive foul on Denver.
Are we going to win this history? What's going on here?
Heat fans are trying to get back in the building again for a finals game.
What's going on? What's going on?
No way. Can the Heat get it down to 6?
That's got to be reviewed for a flagrant trace. That could be a free throw in the ball.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine?
They're not going to review it. Lowry will inbound to Adebayo.
What just happened?
Couple of bodies hit the deck. Adebayo.
Oh,
he
Bam
missed
sucks
it.
for that.
Bad shot choice.
Bam sucks for that. That might be the worst play Bam has made all night. Duncan Robinson just hit 2 straight threes, and you're going to take an 18 mid-range foot jumper? What is Bam doing? I mean, was the Heat going to win this game whether he took that shot or not? Likely not, but it is a little bit of a joke that he took that. I actually can't believe that doesn't get reviewed, Chase.
Me too. I think they're talking about that on the broadcast now.
That's kind of a clear flagrant. He was swinging elbows.
I kind of wish it happened.
Dude, he's swinging elbows. That should have been a foul and a flagrant.
Cheers. Thanks for 338,000 subs.
Now this game's back to being over. Bam. It's one of those things like the Heat weren't going to come back and win, but I'm just mad at Bam for taking that shot.
It's at 10 now. Maybe 11 after this free throw. Get it back down to 8 with the 3.
Can't believe they took out Jovic.
Caldwell Pope connects 2 of 2 from the line there. 105-94. Caleb Martin, he'll take a 3. Too short. That might do it.
And now Kyle Lowry's on the ground, hobbling a little bit here. Somehow Kyle Lowry got hurt. Looks like he's calling for a wet spot. Might have slipped, pulled a groin.
That's not good.
Yeah, not good at all. He's walking a little gingerly while holding his groin. Or was holding his groin, I should say. Yeah, and he just slipped. Wet spot.
Jeez, he almost did a split.
Did the splits. Lowry's hurt, and that's something to keep your eye on between games 3 and 4. Just one day in between. It's the only game this entire series where there's only one day of rest in between each game.
Yeah. 2 days outside of that. So Rolly and I will be back. Hang out with us on Friday night. And then back on Monday.
LeBron for 3. Rebound Bosch to Allen for 3. Bang!
Legendary sequence right there.
You know, Mike Breen actually did the same exact call. I forget what game it was. I think it was in this series in game 1, but he inadvertently did player 3, miss rebound player, back out to player, 3 bang.
Wow.
It was actually in game 2 that, if you can remember the play, when Jamal Murray, did Murray take the 3 or Michael Porter Jr. missed it? Jokic gets the rebound, back out to Jamal Murray, and he hit the 3 to cut the game to 3 points with like a minute left. I don't know if you remember that play, but that was the play he actually did it on.
How about it?
D Wade needs to suit up. You're right. I think actually 38, 40-year-old D Wade could give a solid 12 minutes a game off the bench. I think he'd be more effective than Cody Zeller.
Different positions, of course.
He'd give better minutes.
I mean, could he give you what Lowry gives you?
I think he could.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, D-Wade was old when he retired, but he was still averaging 14, 15 a game as the sixth man off the bench. Like, he was solid.
His body was just kind of cooked at that point for an 82-game
Unfortunately, his knees
Yeah.
were the equivalent of my knees, a.k.a. not good.
107-94. Jamal Murray, 2 more shots at the line there. He's up to 32 points. Duncan Robinson misses the 3. Tip out, though, out on Denver. Miami ball, 51.2 seconds left. This has been one of the slowest final 2 minutes.
It's been 2 minutes for about 8 minutes.
Jovic, can we get him a shot?
He needs to take a shot here. No, we're going to see Haywood Highsmith sidestep threes.
Back to Robinson.
Duncan plays enough. Don't give him the ball.
Come on. Give it to Jovic.
This is like one of those moments like in high school when a game's a blowout and you put in your 4 guys who never see the floor, the bench unit that just goes crazy on the bench for the starters. But there's that one...
Udonis Haslem checking in.
Yeah, but there's that one bench player that plays probably 15 minutes a game. And then with that other unit that never plays, the bench player that gets some PT shoots 1,000,000 times.
This is his last year, right?
What's going on?
Udonis? They're making him wait till the second shot. This is his last year, right?
Yes, he's
Udonis?
officially done.
He's going to go into the front office, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I actually am very happy, outside of just my fandom that the Heat went to the NBA Finals, that Udonis Haslem in his final year gets one last magical playoff run. Whether it finishes with a ring or not, at least he gets to go on one last run with the fellas.
Oldest player to play in an NBA Finals game.
That will be a trivia question at your local sports bar in about 10 years.
Yes.
Who's the oldest player to ever play an NBA Finals game?
And Petey's going to be the one who's asking it.
And if he asks the age, it's 42.
42. The fact that he's making, $2.5 million as of 2019. It's going to say.
I think there's like a vet min, though, he's been in the league so long.
For a guy that season?
His vet min is much higher than the normal vet min. Shoot it, Jovic.
Come on, Jovic.
Pull up. Look how big he is.
He is big. Come on.
That's lame.
Don't give it to Highsmith.
No, okay, I'm fine with that.
Udonis Haslem, get a bucket. Oh, he missed
it out.
Kick it out. Jovic.
Shoot it.
Jovic.
No, not Yurtsevin.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so the Denver Nuggets, they take a 2-1 series lead over the Miami Heat with a score of 109-94 to wrap up Game 3. We're staying live for our postgame show, so don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about this game, what transpired, how Denver was able to win by 15 points. You thought after the Heat won that Game 2 that maybe things had shifted to a certain degree in the Mile High City, coming back to Miami with that Heat victory. But Denver, really good performance, and the Nuggets led by Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, who were both fantastic, and who on their bingo card had this also being known as the Christian Braun game. Christian Braun, fantastic off the bench for Denver. Game 4 will take place on Friday night. We'll be live here once again for another watch party. First player in NBA Finals history with 30, 20, and 10 is Nikola Jokic tonight. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll break this down in further detail as Denver wins by 15 points. You're watching NBA Now. Don't forget to subscribe to the show. Bill Hartnett, $2 super chat on Heat, said, "Oh, hell, sorry, Rolly." Hey, the series ain't over yet.
Who sent it in?
Bill Hartnett.
Oh, Bill, a real one. We'll flash it on screen. I love me some Bill Hartnett.
So, going to take a look at these statistics here momentarily, and we'll recap this game.
Holy shit, this doesn't even seem real.
Our audience larger tonight than it was for Game 2, so to everybody who tuned in throughout the evening, we do appreciate that.
These rebounding numbers, Chase, are unbelievable.
Yeah?
I didn't even think it was this crazy.
Yeah, points in the paint, too.
I mean, the points in the paint was a theme throughout the night.
Right.
But just the rebounds is nuts. Before we get into our post-game show, I'll hop back on screen here, and I want to thank Bill for sending in a nice little $2 super chat. Shout out to you, Bill. Oh, hell, sorry, Rolly. Appreciate it. We'll be here on Friday night, Bill. So if you want to tune in and hang out, watch Game 4 with us. It's a massive game. It's a must-win for the Miami Heat. They fell on 3-1. This series is most definitely over. Heat need to win and make it 2-2 going back into Denver for the Game 5. Must-win for Miami this Friday, so make sure you tune in.
Sports Quebec, I sub. Thank you so much.
Shout
Lakers
out to
Nation,
you.
Chase, what's your favorite NBA team? Unfortunately, it's the Sixers. They have caused me too much heartache in my 31 years of existence. Jex, I'm not doing the Harlem Shake. Whatever I did earlier, I think was like the shimmy or whatever.
No, that's a rack attack.
This thing?
I don't know if that's the actual name, but I'm going to call it a rack attack.
It was like when Ray Lewis would step in, he'd be like,
I thought you were talking about the shawties on Mardi Gras just shaking those things all around.
Oh, no. All right. Let's recap this game. Final score 109-94. Nuggets take Game 3 to take a 2-1 series lead. Of course, when you do the math of these Game 3 victors, oftentimes they do go on to win a series in the NBA Finals, but don't count out the Miami Heat. This is a team that can make tactical adjustments on the fly, and they're so good defensively with how multiple they are. But tonight they got burned, and we'll talk about that during our post-game show. The rebounding numbers are crazy. Nuggets, 58 rebounds to the Heat's 33. Denver shot 51% from the floor on 12 less attempts than Miami, whereas Miami shot 37% from the floor. I think one of my big takeaways from this game is the fact that Denver won by 15 points. This has been an offense that has been predicated around hitting three-pointers, yet tonight they only hit 5 three-pointers, and I believe Jamal Murray had 4 of them, 5 of 18 from three-point range. Two categories that are really important to talk about here. The rebounding numbers, as Denver out-rebounded Miami by 25, and then points in the paint. Denver outscoring Miami in the paint 60-34 in this basketball game. Largest lead for the Nuggets, 21. Largest lead for the Heat at 5. And Nikola Jokic becomes the first player in NBA Finals history with 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists. His final tallies doesn't get better than this, ladies and gentlemen. 32 points, 21 rebounds, 10 dimes, 12 of 21 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range. He and Jamal Murray needed to have a big game on the road with the momentum on Miami's side after they stole Game 2, and they did just that.
You might have just saw my face go a little crazy there. And it's because I did not realize that Jamal Murray, and we could come back to Jokic in a second, but I did not realize Jamal Murray did this tonight.
Yeah.
34 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. That's got to be, and I'm guessing, so don't come at me if I'm wrong. Maybe I can get someone to fact check me. I'm going to guess that's the first time ever that 2 teammates have had a 30-point triple-double in NBA Finals history in the same game. And I might be willing to go out on the limb here, Chase, and say it is also the first time in NBA history that 2 teammates have got a triple-double in the same game, period. Not even 30
often,
point.
if at all. Yeah.
Like, not even 30-point triple-double, which they both did. Just straight-up triple-double. Jamal Murray absolutely dominated this game. We'll come back to Murray, but we'll start with our original thought on Nikola Jokic. The 2-time MVP likely should have been 3-time MVP. I think everyone's kind of realizing that voters might have made a mistake here. A little bit of voters fatigue, potentially, on Nikola Jokic. Didn't want to give him 3 in a row, which I get is fair. But anyway, getting off tangent. He was fantastic tonight, 32 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. And I think most of his points came in that second half. I believe he had 12 in the first half. And the reason why he was able to dominate was mostly because of that third quarter when the Heat just went full don't know how to play basketball mode and basically just kept switching screens to where Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry would be defending Nikola Jokic, and Jokic would get it at the high post on the elbow, and just either back down one-step floater and his soft touch and it goes in every time, or he'd find a backdoor cutter when the Heat send a double. I don't know what the Heat did. I thought they had a really good defensive game plan in Game 2. Game 3 was much like Game 1 where they were switching everything, and the Nuggets made them pay. So I think they have to go back to, we aren't switching. You're going to have to beat us off the dribble, and with your pick and rolls, it doesn't really matter because we're going to just hedge, and we're not going to full switch because when you full switch, Nikola Jokic does this to you.
Yeah, and that's really a big takeaway from this game, too, is the Nuggets did a good job, and this might be the key to the game outside of rebounding and then the points in the paint discrepancy. The Nuggets hunted switches all night long, and the Heat continued to switch on defense. I didn't really understand it. They continued to get burned by it, and that's a big reason why the Nuggets won this game by 15 points despite not shooting all that well from three-point range. We had said at halftime when the Nuggets were up by 5, Jokic has gone off in the second half of some of these games, in games 1 and 2, and Jamal Murray needed to continue to carry the load, and this is a team that displayed that two-level attack with Murray and Jokic both around the perimeter but also down low as well, and this is why a game like this tells you a lot of different stories, but it tells you one story, that Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, is there a better 1-2 punch playing in the NBA right now that has a better level of continuity and feel for one another? I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to echo that sentiment. As Tim P. just said, they confirmed my statement of being the first teammates ever to have a triple-double in the same game during the NBA Finals. I assumed that was the case. I just didn't know for sure, so that's why I prefacated that before I stated that. Anyway, going back to what Chase just mentioned on Jamal Murray, we've mentioned it from time to time, and there is no secret why Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic are the best 1-2 punch and play when it comes to their pick and roll analytically. And you mentioned there might be better 1-2 punches in different areas, but I don't think there is a better 1-2 punch when it comes to strictly creating points for their respective teams than Murray and Jokic, because you've got so many different actions you can run off that pick and roll, whether it be a Jamal Murray-Jokic dribble handoff where Murray takes a three, or a nice little pull-up mid-range jump shot where he was so effective. Then they could do the fake handoff. Jokic dives to the basket, nice little floater and in, or they can hand it off, set another screen, hit Jokic on a roll. There is just endless plays that you can run off of a Murray-Jokic pick and roll or dribble handoff. It is so difficult to defend. There is not a correct way to defend it. You just have to hope that you catch them on a bad night, because it is unguardable, and I think it's shown that not one person has been, or a person or team has been able to figure out how to stop this duo when they're fully healthy running the pick and roll.
Yeah, and so it's Murray and Jokic going off here. And another reason why it's impressive that the Nuggets won this game, 5 3-point makes, but also they did it once again with Michael Porter Jr. giving you 2 points in 21 minutes and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope giving you 1 field goal and 6 points in 28 minutes. Michael Porter Jr. was a no-show once again. KCP didn't do much, but you know who really played well tonight is the rookie out of Kansas, the 21st overall pick, and it is Christian Braun. Energetic minutes, good defense, couple of backdoor cuts, very good athlete, hustle plays. He was great. 15.7 of 8, and the play of Jokic and Murray is going to overshadow how important Braun was when this game was actually close and meaningful.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Braun has winning championship pedigree. He just came off a national championship playing for the Kansas Jayhawks in 2022, goes into the draft, late first-round pick, and he's on the NBA Finals best team in the West, making a huge difference on the biggest stage. And I could go off on a tangent why you always don't draft in the NBA draft for potential talent and breakout stardom. You draft for championship winning basketball pedigree, especially late 20s, early 30s. I could go on a massive tangent about my boy Andre Jackson Jr. out of UConn, but I'll stick it with the NBA Finals here. Brown did this without even really hitting a jump shot.
Yeah.
Every bucket
all around
was
the rim.
a dunk, a layup. He was also very good defensively. And if you're looking at this through the Nuggets lens, it is nice to see Christian Brown back up a poor performance in Game 2. He had a really good first half in Game 2, but he got shredded on game film in between Game 2 and 3. If you remember Duncan Robinson going on that 8-0, 10-0 run by himself in the fourth quarter of Game 2, which sparked that Miami Heat double-digit comeback, the reason why Duncan Robinson was able to get so many easy three-point looks and cuts to the basket, Gabe Vincent getting a couple wide-open looks, was because Christian Brown was not aware and not playing good defense. And it's good to see a young fellow, a rookie, bounce back from a rough performance in the biggest stage and have probably the best performance of his career. I don't know what his career high was in this regular season. Maybe Nuggets fans could point out a game where he had a better game statistically, but I don't think there was a more impactful game on a bigger stage than what Christian Brown did tonight. So hats off to the young fella having the game of his life so far in career in the NBA.
Yeah, so that's the Nuggets side. We could take a look at some of these Heat numbers. There's really not much to look at outside of Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler, 28 points, didn't play much of that fourth quarter because the game was out of reach, and Erik Spoelstra trying to conserve his body a little bit, 11 of 24. He had 12 points in that third quarter. I guess the positive here is that he finally got going offensively, and maybe that confidence carries over into Game 4.
Yeah, I still think this is a little misleading because he had, 14 points at halftime? So it was a 14-point half for Jimmy Butler, but his second half 14 points were so quiet and so meaningless. Obviously, it's good to see Jimmy get going, having a 28-point game, his highest output in this NBA Finals through 3 games, but those points weren't impactful. He had a good first quarter that kept the Heat in this game, but the third quarter and fourth quarter were so bad for Miami that I don't really look at any stats in this game and take them with like a grain of salt, to be honest. It's all disappointing from Jimmy Butler. Shot under 50%. Can't expect a perimeter player and a mid-range shooter to shoot over 50% every game, but his shooting percentage in these finals has not been ideal. Now, Bam, you want to talk about shooting percentage? I thought actually Bam played better than this just off first look, but back in the stats, 7 of 21 shooting for Bam is just flat out unacceptable. I liked how aggressive he was looking for his shot because I think that's a big key for this Heat team and Heat offense. That is when Bam's aggressive, attacking the rim, looking for a shot in the mid-range. That's when the Heat are at their best. But 7 of 21 for a center is just unacceptable. I know you're taking a lot of jump shots, but every center shoots above 50%. I get to the NBA Finals, it's going to be tougher to score and be efficient. And you're going against the best center in the NBA and arguably the best player in NBA in Nikola Jokic. But you cannot be shooting 7 of 21, 33% from the field. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's not good enough. And especially when you're trying to make up for not getting much from a Max Strus, not getting much from a Caleb Martin, Kevin Love, who started in this game. Strus, 1 of 7 tonight, 3 points. Gabe Vincent didn't really do
Finally
much.
came back to earth a little bit.
He's cooled off a little bit. He was great in the first 2 games of this NBA Finals, but looked uncomfortable tonight. I think that the Nuggets didn't want to allow him to get going. Kyle Lowry, 9 points, 4 of 8. I just think this comes down to a couple of categories, right? The defense for Miami, against Murray in Game 2 was great. For Murray to only have 15 shot attempts, that is so rare. And that happened because he wasn't able to get a lot of open looks, right? So for Miami, you're like, okay, you had 2 players go off for triple-doubles for the first time in an NBA Finals game. That's not going to happen every single night. You had Christian Brown, who went off for 15 points, 7 of 8 shooting, all of those buckets basically coming right around the 10. We got crushed on the glass and points in the paint. So how many of those things can carry over into Game 4? Sometimes those are fluky numbers, and Miami, I don't think they should be down in the dumps about this loss. The Nuggets are a really good team, and they showed it tonight. led by Murray and Jokic.
I mean, and this is kind of where I'm going to come back after game one, where the Heat struggled in game one, shooting the ball, scoring 93 points. So they lose by 11 points. And you're like, the Heat played really, really bad, yet they were semi in this game late. So I kind of feel good going into game two.
Yeah.
And you can argue the same thing in this game. You just witnessed historic performances from Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. A 30-point triple-double from both of them, first teammates to ever do so in an NBA Finals game. And yet it was kind of blowout, but you were also in the game as well. And I want to flash this here. You see the numbers on screen. The three leading scorers for the Nuggets, 34, 32, 15. None of them shot worse than 54.5%.
Yeah.
And you look over on the Miami side of things, and you've got 28, 22, and 10, while no one shot above 46% on that side. So your three leading scorers were not efficient whatsoever, while the Nuggets had historic performances on incredible efficiency, yet you found yourself only losing this game by 15, and you were really only officially out of this game once the 6-minute mark hit. So I think there's things that you can carry over to say it wasn't our night shooting. We just got to be better defensively, less switches, and then we'll hit our open shots at home. It's very similar to game one, in my opinion, Chase, where the Heat struggled to shoot the ball. The Nuggets didn't shoot the ball well from three, but they shot really good from the field. The Heat couldn't shoot from three or the field, and then they came out in game two and shot the lights out. This could be a crystal ball series where it just goes back and forth, back and forth. I'm actually going to call my shot now and say the Heat shoot lights out like they did in game two, in game four, and the series is 2-2 going back to Denver.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for our Game 3 coverage of the NBA Finals here. For Rolly, I'm Chase. To everybody who tuned in tonight, massive success. Nearly 5,000 people tuned into our Heat channel. More than 270,000 people on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, able to get to 338,000 subscribers in the process. We're not going to let you down with our coverage of the NBA draft, NBA free agency coming up. We also cover the NFL and college football here on the show. So subscribe, turn on those noties, because we'll be back on Friday night for Game 4. Thanks to everybody for watching. Have a great night, and we'll catch you next time.